you mad? I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining. Oh yeah, you mad? I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining.
In this gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back and brought the crown with me. The kings can't break your nexus and your neck, cause everybody's on your head.
Just like kick your butt, go run them up, then paint my nails. Never learned to raise my head, was too busy raising hell. Everything I know I am, you should go and save yourself. Thought you had my number, huh? Congratulations, played yourself.
Underground utopia, dynasties in dystopia. Fear is never an option, so time is not a real phobia. I'm beating the odds, rising at every occasion that's ever defeated the gods. Switch up the mind, nothing but champions coming up, rolling up one of those squad.
Hold still, but like back then. Talk back till I snap back. This ain't brown, this that dark black. This that pitch black, jet black. Snap your ex, watch me give them flashbacks.
Pressure's rising fast as lightning, they can't stop it now. If you ain't talking realness, then just change the topic now. They laughing at the top like they can't see the bottom. And they thought I needed help, but I got hit without them. I am sharper than a pack of 100 razor blades. When the smoke clears out of here, but they name gon' fade. I'ma be here doing it my way. They said I should change it up, but what did I say?
Oh yeah, you mad? I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining. Oh yeah, you mad? I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining.
Hold still, but like back then. Talk back till I snap back. This ain't brown, this that dark black. This that pitch black, jet black. Snap your ex, watch me give them flashbacks.
I get that magic all on me, I feel like I'm Tracy McGrady. Enemies circle around me 360, I count them with 8. I've been equipped with the spirit beside me since I was a baby. Just getting chaotic, I made me a product for causing the chaos. Right, you ain't ready. This gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back and brought the crown with me. The kings can't break your nexus and your neck, cause everybody's on your head.
Oh yeah, you mad? I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining. Oh yeah, you mad? I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining.
This is a business.
Credit solutions. Let's take them through the garden, the streets of where I'm from. Let's bring them through Chanel reality. Let's swing all the way to Texas, riding Lexus, where the girls are all baddies. Shout out to Creative Solution, the chocolate baddie. She got her own house and her own car, doing things like a real boss lady. Wait, let drip do it. Who you at the Galleria, with Chanel is shopping, till she drop shopping spree in Gucci, in Louis Vuitton. Shopping spree for her Chanel, it's her, she the one. Now let's start the show. Let's bring the host, Chanel and Creative. Welcome to the show. Please camera and be respectful and support the show. Wait, let drip do it.
What's up, people? You are muted, Miss Lady.
I am muted. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show.
We doing late night show. Late.
Mm-hmm. You were supposed to play our other song.
Oh, yeah. Let's play the song for the peoples, them.
Yeah. Real talk. Real reviews. Let's go. Two queens, one mic. Here we go.
Turn it up. Houston in my blood, Galleria where I shop. Saks and Nordstrom bags, my closet never stop. Chanel on my wrist, Louis on my feet, Gucci on my mind. Keep the whip clean and sleek. High class, high style. I don't do basic. Pop culture, hot takes. Watch me break it, watch me face it. Current events. Stay ahead of the game. Chanel's reality, baby. Remember. country girl at heart. Garden growing roots run deep. Natural earthy vibes keep the energy on repeat. Sweetheart with a smile, but I speak my mind. Life of every party, leave the good vibes behind. My own kind of fashion, I don't follow no trend. Show reviews, hot topics, ride with me to the end. Creative solutions, yeah, I keep it real and true. Different worlds, one night, we bring it home. Bring it home.
Chanel's reality.
Creative solutions,
Real talk, real style.
no confusion.
New episode dropping.
Subscribe,
Let's get it.
every single time.
Yeah. Real talk, real reviews. Let's reviews.
I love it.
Yeah, I like this song, but it sounds like you know how we be talking here, and sometimes we hear like that noise in the back, and it's almost like this. What?
You're insane, but I'm listening. Go ahead.
But I hear it in the song,
Yeah.
and I can't. I'm hearing it. I'm just like, can you take that noise off in the back so we can hear the song? You know?
There's no police creative. Shout out to my husband who created that for us. So
Yeah, that was dope.
I think it's a good rendition of who we are and what we're trying to do here on our new channel. Which I'm hoping creative can be on board with us changing the name to Two Queens, One Mic. Because I think
That's what. Okay, I see what you're saying.
it's two of us, but
Mhm.
it's one mic. That's our new channel, right? I think that makes sense for what we're doing. And then the tagline could be create your reality, right? Which still has Creative Solutions name and Chanel's Reality's name in it. You know?
Okay, I like it.
And I think we can build on that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
two queens, one mic. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but let's. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
and
so.
you know what? I have an idea. Okay, you've seen that. Have you seen that photo of Rihanna where she's placing the crown on her head and it's kind of like whatever, and it's like adjust your crown or whatever. I feel like our first show on our new channel should be us coming on with our crowns. You know what I'm saying? Two queens, one mic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's two of us, but we're aligned, but we still think differently. We're still individuals. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be hot. So
Okay.
anyway, shout out to my husband.
Shout
Who's
out
also
to
hot and
Chanel's husband.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we need to put him to work a little bit more.
Clearly creative. Right. Oh, he knows what he's doing. Oh, okay, yeah, he needs to be full
As soon
time.
as you show the people that you know a little bit,
Yeah,
you done messed up now. Now
Mhm. That's
you
why
got-
it's like when in my family, honestly, anytime anybody needs anything, dealing with anything remotely close to technology, they're calling him. And I'm like, should we be charging people? Because they call him for everything. Something's wrong with my router. We are not tech support. Call your tech support, okay? That's why you have AT&T. Why are you calling him? But
Because he's smart and he's savvy and he uses,
1,000%. He's very smart. He's honestly one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. And
Yeah.
I'm sexually attracted to intelligence in others. That shit turns me the fuck on. Okay? That you can teach me something, or that if I know I don't know something, I can call you and you're gonna know it. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, you're gonna know
Just
it.
saying.
I could just be like, well, have you ever heard of a black cantaloupe? And he'll be like, well, and when I was in the 3rd grade, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I can't with you. Because I
He
don't
knows stuff like that.
It's annoying, you know? But it's one of those things that it's like, it was so fucking attractive to me when we met. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, you know any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's good when you meet your match. You know what I mean? Where it's like, all right, I see you. I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see you, bro. But you don't know everything. So when you're in a relationship with someone that's very smart like that, that can be annoying because it's like you're trying to have an argument with their ass, and they can keep like a fucking outline in their brain of everything you say. It's like part 1, Chanel said da about whatever. You know what I'm saying? He keeps he keeps it in his head. So then whenever I finish talking about whatever I'm mad about or whatever I'm frustrated about, then he can come back and I just be like, oh, it's not an easy fight.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But he's great in so many other areas. So.
that's good.
Well, anyway, we want to talk. Welcome, you guys. Let me just start by saying that. Welcome to
Oh,
Chanel.
I wanted to play a snippet of Drip made us a song.
Oh, okay. And then we're gonna welcome. Okay, go ahead. Oh, he made us a song, like our own
No,
song.
no. Remember the song he made?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Nolan.
Drop the beat, somebody.
You know the Carlton Dam?
Huh?
The Carlton Dam. The Carlton Dam.
Oh,
Oh, you got it? Are you like? Yeah, shout out to Drip. Yeah, he did a thing here. Right? He did it. He's dope. I was like, okay. But yeah.
love it. Let Drip do it.
Let Drip do it.
Shout out to Drip Nation.
Shouts out to Drip.
He
But
finally
okay.
was able to
Yeah. Chanel already snacking. Look. As soon as the live starts, she like, where's the food? I can't be
and Creative is not far behind because I'm snacking. She didn't got hungry. Now she got her
I'm
snack.
trying to take it out. Like, come on. I put it in here. I have to hide snacks from my son. Yeah.
I want some.
None.
Why you gotta hide snack? He's a snacker.
Today I'll go food shopping. Any ice cream, whatever, anything I buy with like that'll be gone first within 3 or 4 days, and then
And then he comes looking for your snacks.
and the rest food. I have a fridge upstairs in my room. So.
I didn't know you had it upstairs. Okay.
Well, before I was sleeping down here, but then I moved upstairs, so I turned downstairs into like an extra room.
I thought that was your bedroom.
No.
Mm.
If this was my bedroom, it would be the way it was before.
Okay.
Like a year ago. I don't know if you watched me from a year ago.
I
If
didn't.
you go back a year ago, you can see that this was my room and I had my dresser and everything.
Well, like I said, welcome everybody.
Mhm.
Reality. Well, Creative Solutions. We're gonna go to my channel after this for the after party. And thanks for everybody that stopped by last night. We had a good time.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Please go like up our new channel, Create Your Reality, soon to be called Two Queens, One Mic.
Yes.
And then if you are not new here, please hit the like button. Welcome back. We're gonna talk tonight about Brandon Tatum. A lot of people call him Officer Tatum, but he's not an officer anymore. And he hasn't been for some years, but he constantly talks negatively about Black people and makes excuses for everything white people do. And we don't have no problem with the white people in this country. We don't. Me and Creative. We have a problem with racist people. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference. We don't assign guilt to all white people for whatever some white people did.
I had a question.
Mhm.
There's this crazy stuff going on Facebook saying that black people can't be racist. What's your say?
Well, I'm glad that you say that because now I have a video that talks about that. So we're gonna get into it. I was watching this earlier, and I think it gives a good breakdown of what you were just asking. Can you see it?
Oh, wait. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can we play it now? Not unusual. This damn song will be in my head for the rest of the day and probably tomorrow.
America, we have never seen anything quite like Officer Tatum's recent run. Right after vigorously defending the kids who may or may not have ended Nolan Wells on the Nancy Grace show.
They have an explanation for all of these things. And not only that, Nancy, they showed me video of them on the boat and Nolan was not on the boat.
So Brandon Tatum, aka Officer Tatum, went onto his podcast and said that black people don't care about Nolan Wells.
Black people don't mess with Nolan. I want y'all to understand because I'm the black person snitch.
Then he jumped on Jubilee and defended racism.
Slavery was never about race.
Yes or no?
Okay.
Do you think that Karl Marx hurt the black community and his ideology hurt the black community more than Jim Crow segregation?
I have to think that through. Jim Crow segregation.
What is there to think about?
He went on Surrounded and played the role of racism defender.
I don't think there was real systemic racism.
Ever?
And
Keep going, please keep going.
I do not
Tell me,
believe that there's been systemic racism in America that's been a primary reason why black people cannot succeed.
Can black people be racist?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're just wrong.
I'm sure the MAGA whites loved every minute of it. Tatum defended the white man valiantly. He doubted the existence of systemic racism.
We can prove that systemic racism exists, but you don't.
He said there's no way in the world that Donald J. Trump is racist.
To say that Donald Trump is racist is the craziest thing I've heard.
Donald Trump was
Because wait for it, you know what's coming. Trumpy was.
Have you ever met Donald Trump personally?
Nice to him.
I've met Donald Trump several times.
So you're basing whether or not he's racist
You
just
don't
on
have any
your
evidence.
personal- Your evidence is anecdotal. Oh, Trump was nice
Yeah,
to
pause
me.
it.
White people will never accept you, no matter what you do.
Tatum
Just remember you gotta pause it like every minute or every 30 seconds or so we don't get a copyright strike.
So McKinnon says, sorry, I got fingers in my mouth. He says, so just in terms of two queens, one mic, it's definitely going to get compared to the title, Two Girls, One Cup. Totally get where you're going. Not saying don't do it. It's just the internet. I never heard of Two Girls, One Cup. Have you ever heard of them, Creative?
When I hear stuff like that, I get grossed out. I don't know.
I don't know. What is Two Girls, One Cup? I've never heard of them, so I don't know.
The whole cup thing is nasty.
Oh, is it?
They do it in corn.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it. I don't know.
He said, "Don't look it up." Exactly. I already know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that said, "Don't look up." I thought he was trying to tell me, "Don't look up."
As soon as you mention a cup, it gets nasty.
Oh, okay.
Just think about it as somebody.
I don't even want to think about it.
Just body liquids being exchanged with that.
I just said I don't want to think about it. Okay. It's like, no, I'm going to force it. I can't. But I won't be looking it up. And let me just ask you this, Mr. McKinnon. Are these two girls in a cup or whatever it is, are they white? My guess is they are. or they're not black. But I don't care. I like two queens on mic. So, what do you think What do you think about what the guy is saying about Brandon Tatum so far?
So far it's a lot of memes, and I can see where he's coming from because he's trying to get people to get to the point, and
Okay, let's keep going then.
remember to pause it every so often.
Yes, ma'am.
Reminds me a lot
Wait.
of Steve.
And Chanel, you have an echo. That's why I muted you when it was playing.
Okay.
Even from Django Unchained.
I asked you, who this nigga on that name?
He's a race traitor who will do anything to defend the white man. Bro, I don't have to know him personally to assess his racism when his politics are known to everyone. When I'm talking about racism,
what do you think about that? The officer, I'm not gonna call him officer.
Defending the white man? Yeah.
No, him saying that he can't see anywhere that Donald Trump is racist. And then he goes on to say, because he met Donald Trump, a handful of times. And so therefore, he's not racist. That's anecdotal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not, you don't really necessarily know him.
And
on top
of all the other shit he said, and I'm not specifically talking about what he said about black people, but about anybody else that isn't white. You know what I mean? So,
I'm not talking about microaggressions. I'm not talking about
you have to
interpersonal racism. I don't need to know Trump to personally assess his racism. The man has made racism a central feature of his presidency.
The idea of us having to explain racism to a black man is absurd.
It has been a central part of his campaign and his appeal since day one. My friends on the left, when called upon to
what do you think about that black guy saying it's crazy that we have to explain racism to a black man?
Yeah, if you have to explain that to a black person, then there's something wrong with that black person, Clearly.
You know who this Brandon Tatum guy, he reminds me of when Kanye West was like, slavery is a choice.
Yeah.
And you like, are you serious right now? You so far removed, your money has put you in different rooms. Your fame and your influence has put you in certain rooms that you've clearly forgotten what your mama taught you.
Yeah.
What this country taught you, what you face. Because you were able to rise up out of poverty, or I don't even know if Kanye lived in poverty. I know
he did, yes, he did.
I know his mom was like a doctor or something, like she was some sort of educated person. So I'm saying he may have started out in early childhood in poverty, but I don't think by the time he was in like middle school he was living in poverty like that. Because
probably not, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know if I would put you in the poverty category, but anyway. It also reminds me of Jay-Z acting like we passed kneeling. We're moving on to actionable items. You hijacking a whole ass movement where the country has the NFL in a chokehold. And if they keep kneeling, then we're not going to watch it because he's saying something against the military when Colin Kaepernick was never saying anything against the military. And then the black people are like, if you don't allow him to play, then we're not going to watch. So they have a whole, and the black people on the field are like, we kneeling. Now what? And here comes Jay-Z. We passed kneeling. And everybody in the black community is like, wait, hold on. Well, how are you just going to make an announcement for us? That's what it kind of feels like to me. Nida says, What does Nigel say? I didn't. Nigel said he didn't miss the big snacks.
No, you did not. I'm gonna see if I could drop the link.
All right, let me mute myself.
Prove Trump's racism often leap to things like housing discrimination in the 70s, or his treatment of the Central Park Five in the 80s, or him reposting the meme of the Obamas in The Lion King earlier this year. But that's not where we ought to focus the conversation, my friends. Trump's presidential campaign essentially began with birtherism, an attack on Obama's legality and legitimacy as an American.
So what do you think about oh Lord, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, we'll go back.
It's okay.
That was racism. Then, the moment Trump's campaign became real, I mean, seconds after he came down the escalator in Trump Tower and stepped to the microphone, he said extremely racist, untrue things about Mexican immigrants. His racist attacks on immigrants, from calling Mexicans rapists to alleging without facts that another group of immigrants are eating local dogs. He has consistently demonized and attacked brown-skinned immigrants as a central part of his politics.
Hello, host.
But this Tatum guy, hey, Mr. Knight, thinks that racism isn't. Listen, there's no racism. Donald Trump is not racist, according to Tatum. What do you think, Knightish?
About Trump being racist?
Mm-hmm.
He is racist. Isn't he blatant with it? Isn't he open about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was you gotta
And I no, we gotta mute because you have an echo when Nighty speaks. Go ahead, Nighty.
So I think it was he saying it was Jamaicans that was eating dogs? I remember saying something.
He said there was the Haitians that was eating.
The Haitians, yeah. So yeah, he said a bunch of straight up stuff.
Yeah, he did. And he talked about, was it the Colombians or what? No, it was the Venezuelans, right?
He just said Latinos, period. So that's a grab all. He said all our people that out of jail and coming here.
I think that's more of like xenophobia, or xenophobic, but he's definitely racist against everybody that's not white.
As president, he's worked to minimize the number of Black students in college, to eliminate or erase Black history from college, to eliminate and erase DEI. These sorts of things that are central to his administration, which amount to pushing Black people out of the middle class. All of that is who he is now. His racist attacks on Blacks and immigrants while he's president are a central aspect.
I think with all this delineation right now, that's why it's effective. Because if all poor people came together, he'd have never been voted into no office.
Hey, Misty Blue. Y'all hit y'all mute button so I can talk without the echo.
You hear echo too?
I was gonna ask earlier, what did you guys think about Donald Trump reposting the images that I don't know who created the image, but it was images of President Obama and Michelle Obama as apes or as monkeys or something. What do you guys think about that?
That came from like 07, 08, right? It was on the cover of, I want to say Newsweek when he did it. And then a new one is the cartoon that he has of them as monkeys. Which one are you talking about? The old one that came out a long time ago, or the new?
There was a
No,
new
he has all
Twitter
the animals.
post that he
A Twitter
reposted.
post.
He reposted of them being monkeys, depicted as monkeys.
It's so many different ones I can't keep up with them because I remember the old one was like a drawing. Then I remember the more recent one was he made everybody else animals and made them an animal. It was like the Lion King or something, but they were monkeys in it.
The one I remember, I feel like it happened in 2026, like recently, like in the
That's
past
the
2 months.
cartoon. That's the
That's a
cartoon.
cartoon.
Oh, okay.
The old one was like a drawing. 07, 08. And
Of
then
who
your
he
guy right
is
here,
as a politician. It
Toure
would
just
be
was in
absurd
a
to try
war
to
with
argue
Dr.
that
Bryant.
Trump is not racist. He's clearly.
What?
You're muted, creative.
I was saying, go ahead. We didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, and Toure just had a big battle with Dr. Bryant, where she was on the show cussing him out and saying he was a part of the alphabet community.
Ooh.
It was heated.
Who are these people?
Dr.
Dr.
Cheyenne
Cheyenne
Bryant and
Bryant
this
and this
man right
man right
here.
here.
Oh,
Correct.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta watch that, right? Wait, how old is he?
Toure is kind of old because Toure, I believe, was on the Real World at some point way back in the day. So he's been around for at least 25 years.
So he's like 50.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay. Go ahead, Chanel.
Fighting to preserve the supremacy of whites in America. But of course, Tatum's gonna say, Massa's not racist. He's always been good to me.
And therefore, he's not a racist.
I have no evidence to
Of
believe
course
that
he's
Trump
nice
is a
to
racist.
you.
Ah, the old ostrich defense. I can't see it, so it doesn't exist. Oh well. And it isn't like, well, I've been looking for the evidence and we can't find it in good faith. This is the evidence hasn't walked up to me and said, hi. So I don't know her.
But
It's like, you know what it's like? It's like those people when you go to their neighborhoods, because I be going to different neighborhoods because I live in an area that's only like 6% or 7% black, right? And they have the Black Lives Matter flag outside their door and it's matted. But as soon as they see a black person walking around their neighborhood that they never seen, they get wary and they call the cops. So it's like,
Or to me, mute yourselves in case it starts to what's I'm gonna do. But to me, it's kind of like those people who say that they're not racist, right? But their whole community looks like them. And so for them, they're saying they're not racist because they're not interacting with us. So therefore, how could I be racist? You get what I'm saying? So your interaction isn't with us. And when you do have an interaction with us, is extremely limited. So for them, how could I be racist? I don't ever say anything mean to black people. I never da. Well, if you don't have any black people in your community, then you may not see yourself as that because you haven't had to, really deal with them. And then you may have that one, and that doesn't on its own make you racist, right? Just because you don't have no interaction with them. But if you did have to be around them, if you did have people in your family that say things that are disparaging and only watch Fox News, you know what I'm saying, and don't have any you hear your white friends or whatever do and say things against black people and you don't say anything, then, to me, that doesn't necessarily mean you're racist, but you're definitely not anti-racist. And there's a difference. Meaning you're not against racism. You just maybe don't partake in it, but you don't have anything to say about it, So anyway.
let's ask Nightish what's his stance.
About what she just said, some people are going along to get along because they like the benefits more than they like anything else. So they'd definitely be around you if you got the benefits and the status and everything else. And just because we, share complexion, uh, how many years? So did your father graduate from this college? Did your grandfather graduate from this college? Did your great great grandfather? Because they need 3 generations to check you out. And then if you're on my arm, how do you look amongst intelligent women that own things? Are you gonna be in there? Do you understand these different forks and spoons? Do you understand that you're supposed to be like pretty woman? Don't be loud talking about, you're not gonna stop me from being me, because that's gonna expose him.
And then like the people that say, even in the Nolan Wells case, one of his people said, um, they're not racist, they love Nolan. But then someone posted something about, can you imagine if your daughter or your child was wanting to marry a black man? And then that same person that was like, oh, Nolan Wills is our people and whatever else, then says about how that would be a whole nightmare. Or it said, he wrote, this would be a parent's worst nightmare. But you claim you're not racist. You claim Nolan Wells was your friend. But it would be the parents' worst nightmare for them to date or marry a black man. This is what I mean by they live in that community amongst themselves and they act like, oh no, how could I be racist? I don't never say anything racist. But internally, they would not be okay with their child marrying a black man or a black woman. They wouldn't be okay with that. They want you to stay within the nucleus of their community. It's just a fact. And black people think that too. By the way, not all black people, but there are definitely
There are black people that are prejudiced. Well, how y'all think about they be saying that black people can't be racist.
I think that black people can't be racist.
You think so too?
I think that because to be racist, in my opinion, you have to have the ability to put systems in place to oppress the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't have the not only do we not have the systems in place, we don't have the population. You know what I'm saying? We make a
To do it, yeah.
Yeah, we don't. So we wouldn't be able to enforce it.
The
Whereas this
racism.
country's systems were built to discriminate.
Yeah.
You can't have black people learning how to read. You got black people in forced labor. You get what I'm saying? You got Donald Trump, who Brandon Tatum can't seem to understand how this man could ever have done anything racist. But if you go back to his past, where he was sued, and they bring that up on Surrounded. I don't know if you ever watched Surrounded, but that's a part of what he's reviewing. Um, but if you go back in the history and they bring this up on the show Surrounded, where it's like, wait a minute, you're saying this man, you have no reason to believe he's racist because you met him. But if you do your research, you realize that he was sued back in the 70s, I believe, for discriminating against black tenants or potential black tenants that wanted to rent in his buildings or whatever. And he wouldn't let them based on race. And so they sued him. And Brandon Tatum's rebuttal to that is like, well, did the courts ever find him? This is why I hate when people say, when you get sued in a civic case, they're like, oh, it's all about money. Well, they know that they don't have a chance of winning in criminal court.
Yeah, that's true.
So then they sue you civically for financial damages. You know what I mean? And then they have a better chance of winning. So that's a lot of times why people sue someone civically, not because the crime didn't happen, And so Brandon say, and then I'm like, not only that, but if we bring it further in the further forward, then y'all remember the exonerated five? They used to call them the Central Park Five, where supposedly these five black men, or at the time teenagers, sexually assaulted this lady. Bless you. And the police did all kinds of horrible things, like they really kind of, in my opinion, doing with the Nolan Wells case, to convict these people. They did this, and then Donald Trump took out like a whole ass page in the New York Times, basically saying that these young men were guilty, And then even after they have the proof, the DNA proof saying these young men were not guilty, they were exonerated. He's still 25 years later talking about they still guilty. It's just it's crazy. But then you have someone like Brandon Tatum's over here saying, no, Donald Trump isn't racist. He hasn't done anything racist. That's fucking racist. What are you talking
It is
about?
racist. Yeah.
You know, it's so annoying. Anyway.
Nightish, you good
Yeah,
over there?
bless.
Huh?
Y'all told me to mute myself now. What's the problem?
Nothing, nothing. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Having to explain racism to a black man is absurd.
This entire pro racism performance is why I say black people can be racist. When we say that black people can't be racist, we're acknowledging that racism is about the expression of racial power, it's about oppression. And in this country, blacks do not oppress whites. So blacks cannot be racist. We don't have that much racial power.
When you talk about black people,
That's true though. That's true.
That was my point of what I was
They
making.
can be prejudiced. They said black people can be prejudiced, but they can't be racist. And Tatum helps protect the status quo.
That's the whole
Yeah,
thing.
Nearly Fuller said that black people can't be racist because they don't have controls or no areas of control. You don't have no military. You can't take care
Yeah.
of your own people, and that's why even though he's a crazy man, is always talking about we don't have no ecosystem, but he's getting welfare. It's just pick a side. If you're talking about the ecosystem, that means we're supposed to be able to sustain each other.
You
And
talking
black
about
folks,
JP?
yeah. Well, that's how he always gets them. It's okay. So you a millionaire, you a billionaire. Y'all don't even work together.
Mm.
And I used to say back in the day, whereas the black town, you got Chinatown, Little Italy, all these
Oh,
different
we
places
should have a
around here.
black town. You
So
right.
where's Beyonce's Black Town in Texas? Killer Mike and supposedly buying up all kind of restaurants and whatever else. So where is the black town? If they can have sundown towns to this day, where's the black town? And then you had the 19 families that went somewhere and bought all them acres. They didn't even know how to build the stuff. They didn't even know how to irrigate. So you had all that land, and then nobody went out there to help them. Once they got it, it should have been a bunch of rich people coming there and make sure that they had satellite. Solar panels, irrigation. They didn't have to know. Just the fact that they made that move, they should have support. But we don't support each other like that.
But there is stores that could help them out. Like there's a whole bunch of stores. It's owned by white people, of course, and they show you how to basically build the land and do everything yourself. I forgot the name of the store. It's like the homesteading, where you can they have like you can wash your own clothes. You can get everything from there. But that's crazy. How could 19 families go out there and not have the resources to build?
We abuse money when we have it like that. So they got out there to some substandard stuff, and they couldn't maintain that. But I still think other people should have helped them before it went flop.
So what
Because
happened? So where they at now?
it's called Freedom Town. I forgot what happened to them, but was it called Freedom Town or Freedom
Was
City?
it wasn't that in Georgia?
Yeah.
So they all left and came back to the city or something?
I don't know I don't remember the end part. I know it's over though. And
It's
that wasn't that long
over?
ago when they bought it. They probably bought like 6 years ago or something. Yeah, I pulled it up probably about a month ago and was talking about it.
I think that I it's frustrating to me when I hear our people say, "Oh, but black people can't stick together. Black people don't support each other." It's just not true. We've shown time and time again, if you look throughout history, where every time black people to were together working collectively towards a common goal, the powers, the feet of oppression came through and destroyed it. When people talk about Black Wall Street, I believe it was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was the wealthiest place that black people resided in America. And they came in and they bombed it and set people's homes on fire, and they burned it to the ground. We had our own financial institutions, and that's not the only place in America that's
They
happened.
did
That
a whole lot of stuff. A
yeah,
lot.
it's not that people talk about Black Wall Street, but that's not the only place that happened in America. It happened in
Yes,
New
yes, you
York.
said the
They
buildings
had
was going
Lake
to
Lenore.
North
They did the
Carolina.
whole lake thing. They did
Uh,
so many things, and they have movies about it and documentaries.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
And even when we had more Black leadership that had us really focused during the civil rights movement, like when we had Dr. Martin Luther King, when we had, um, I'm trying to think of his name. Oh God, what is his name? Malcolm X. The prominent ones, meaning the ones that we know about, that people constantly talk about. When we had these people in place, what did they do? They assassinated them. We can't have these people. Even when Barack Obama was running for president, remember how they did the whole he wasn't born here. He had to. He's the only president in history ever that it's like, even though he got a whole ass white mama, even though he has a whole birth certificate that says where he was born, he has to defend whether or not he is actually American. Still today, Donald Trump was a part of that. His wife was a part of that. That's why I can't ever rock with y'all. So even when
They
you
said
have
that he was born in Hawaii, and they trying to say Hawaii wasn't part of the.
correct, because he also thinks Puerto Rico is not a part of the United States, but that's another story for another day. It just tells you and shows you how ignorant this idiot is. And yet we had what, two Black men on the panel last night? I think it was two of them that was like, I voted for him twice. And I'm just like, wow, you care more about what you think is your perceived idea that you're going to get more tax breaks or whatever the case may be than the principles of what he said and done to destroy our country. One, and secondly, to destroy people that look like you. I just can't understand it. I would never vote
You
for
know, because those people are not looking at it as they looking at what they're looking at the pros and the cons. If I vote for this person, what is gonna happen? If I vote for that person, what is gonna happen? I'm not gonna lie and say both of these candidates are really good because there's a good and bad with both of them, right? With both of these people, sometimes you gotta take the good and the bad. Sometimes you just gotta pick, you know.
all of the presidents, in my opinion, with the
Yeah.
exception of Barack Obama, all of them had a treacherous past. Every single one. And guess what? Every single one of them was white. It's just a whole fact. They all had racist things. Even with Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't a good person, in my opinion, from his from a historic level. He was part of the people saying he was against I believe he was against integrating the schools or something to that effect. He definitely was not on the right
Who
side of.
was that? The only president I was mad that did not go into office, I think, was Al Gore.
Oh, seems like you were too young to know who Al Gore was, but okay. Were you able to vote then, Creator? Because I don't think.
No, but I remember how they stole that election. Y'all remember that?
Mm. Oh, was that with George Bush? I can't remember.
Yeah, the George Bush. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely. Well, I can't say that they stole. Well, I do believe they stole that election.
Yes, it was down to one state, and they was counting all the votes individually.
Yeah, I vaguely I remember that, but I remember also being very young because I don't think I could actually vote. Could I vote in that election? I think yes. I think I could vote, and that was probably the first election that I could vote in. And the reason that sticks out in my brain is because I remember voting, and before I got home, they had already said that George Bush won Texas. And I thought to myself, how could he have won Texas when I just voted? There's in mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my little probably 19-year-old mind didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I just had gotten to college. I didn't understand how that was even possible because
I'm
I
not.
was under the impression that you have to count every vote since you're running around the United States talking about every vote counts. Then I'm thinking, then they clearly didn't count my vote. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, but nothing. Nightish wanted to speak.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I didn't say anything, but I think that whole election was about something they call the Chads. So when you voted, it was like your voting thing looked like them old tests you was taking. You had to circle this little rectangular circle. So
Hmm.
the votes was like that. It punched a hole in them.
Yeah, when
So
I
they
voted, it
couldn't
was the same
tell
way. Yeah.
which holes was punched whatever kind of way. So the whole election back then was about who counted the Chads. Are the Chads right? Are the Chads in alignment? That's what that whole Al Gore thing was all about. And they
Because
just
it seemed like
manipulated it.
there was some from, like I said, I vaguely remember this because I was probably 19 whenever I had the first opportunity to vote in the presidential election. But I feel like Jeb Bush was in Florida. I feel like he was the governor of Florida or something, which is George Bush's brother or cousin or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And so I think Florida was the state that was going to determine whether or not.
Yeah, it was down to one state, and I was just like, these fucking people.
Is that what you're saying to yourself, grade in the eighth grade?
Was I in eighth grade? I do remember that.
You had to have been in middle school because I was.
I was in middle school. I was going to middle school. I remember that. That was the same time when the World Trade Center got hit, right? Around the same.
It was after that because that was, I think, in 9/11. So it was probably 2001, I think. When Alexa, what year did 9/11 happen?
It did happen in 2001. I think I was 11.
Referred to as 9/11 were a series of 4 coordinated terrorist attacks by the Islamic terrorist group Al Qaeda against the United States on the morning of Tuesday, September 11, 2001.
Yeah. So I remember. Do y'all remember where y'all were when that happened?
Hmm?
Do you remember where you were on 9/11?
Yes, I was in middle school. I was in the 6th grade, and I was writing my paper. We was doing a free writing session, right? All of a sudden, because I live in Brooklyn, all of a sudden, I'm seeing paper flying in the
Oh,
air.
you were in. Oh my God, you were in New York. Ooh.
Yes, I was in New York, and I'm seeing paper flying because we was in the building. I see paper flying, and I'm like, why is there a whole bunch of these papers flying all everywhere? And then I went to computer class, and that's when I seen the second plane hit.
You saw it?
They had it on camera. They had it. They didn't catch the first plane, but they had it on national news. They had it, and they caught the second plane when it
Oh, I
hit.
thought you were saying like you saw it from like your school.
I did not see it from where I was standing, but from where I was in Brooklyn, I seen all the paper, and you can see all the smoke where I was at. Yeah. You see big pieces of paper. You're like, why is these big pieces of paper flying over here over our building? Where does big pieces of paper coming from? Like big pieces just flying. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. I remember I was in college and I had arrived at school and my aunt worked at the university that I went to. And my aunt is one of those, she's also a Leo, shout out to her, but she she's one of those people that's very anal, like very, by the book, never gonna go out color outside the lines. And so I knew, I don't remember why I went to her office that morning, but I went to her office when I got to school, and she had you probably don't remember this, but they used to have those TVs, and they'd be sitting on a cart, and then like the teacher would wheel them from room to room if they needed them or whatever. So she had a TV in her office. This is not like my auntie. So when I walked in, I just thought that's weird. She would never be watching TV at work. Like, it was just kind of like, why is she doing that? And I had no knowledge that this even happened yet, because remember, I'm in Texas. So I had no knowledge that this had even happened. Plus I was on the metro bus. I didn't have a car at the time. On my way to school, so I didn't know. And then I saw it was breaking news, and I saw it, and they kept showing it like on repeat.
Yeah, they show you when the second plane hit, then they showed you when the third plane hit. I was just like, we just watching this go down. Like nobody stopped, nobody could shoot it. No, we just sitting there just watching it, and then
crazy.
And then after that, there was like everybody wanted to join the military. Everybody wanted to join.
Yeah, I think all of New York, no matter what was going on, everybody was pissed. Y'all all was probably all up there like,
yes, the train stations was like, I was sitting there after school. None of the kids could leave. Their parents had to come get them because we live in Brooklyn, and sometimes we gotta take the train, we gotta take the bus. So they had to come get their kids, and people were stuck in the tunnels when they was in the train. Also, it was just a mess. Like that was probably one of the worst times.
Nightmare is probably
it was really bad. And the trains were down, so everybody was walking. I'll probably walk like 3-4 miles that day, or 5.
I can't even imagine, because I remember thinking once notice was really around our university, we all were in a panic. Can you imagine a 19-year-old Chanel? But anyway, we were all in a panic. And I remember we were in, I feel like we were in part of the library, but we were in some open area of the school. A class was, or several classes, I feel like, and we were all kind of like, chattering about it, like is going on? And we're thinking Houston's the fourth largest city in the United States. We have NASA here, so we're thinking they're gonna come after us next because I never even heard of the whatever the New York Trade Center.
Mm-hmm.
I was 19, never even heard of it.
That was like one of the largest buildings, the tallest buildings in New York.
Right. But again, I had never traveled anywhere like that before that. You know what I'm saying? To even know, certainly hadn't been to New York yet. So I didn't even know what the World Trade Center was. Now, when you go back and watch like movies like Die Hard, then you're like, oh, there's the Trade Center. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that then. And so
did y'all know ever since that happened in one of Biggie's songs, he says blow up like the world. They blocked that out of his song.
I definitely know that.
Because that song came out before that happened.
Yeah,
but
now. So.
Yeah. But there was indications. I think they tried to do it before, a couple of years before. They did try to do it.
Probably.
But they only did like 2 floors.
Hey, Chocolate.
Hey, y'all. I can't hear y'all.
You can't?
Oh, Lord. On the from the page.
Oh, Chanel got an echo. That echo is like, ooh. We don't need your hubby. Hubby got fixed. But yeah. What's up, Chocolate? How's your night going?
Girl, I just came from somebody else's panel waiting on y'all, and I was like, "Oh, I'm here too long. I gotta go. Too many things is happening." Being said, I got to go. Mr. McKinnon, so nice to see you, man. Mr. Nadish, so nice to see you, brother. Creative, Chanel, y'all look beautiful as always, and I'm just here. I watch this. That's so funny.
You watch Surrounded? Or you watch the other guy?
No. I watched the debate. With
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, yeah, I think the show is called Surrounded because they have one person in the middle, and everybody else surrounding them wants to battle them or challenge them, like debate them. So the current one that I was watching is this man who calls himself Officer Tatum, when really he's not an officer anymore. He's a whole asshole, and he capes for the whole entire white community, and it's just so frustrating. Like right now, he's out here saying black people are not for Nolan, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he just makes you want to just.
Oh, he ain't the one.
He's so disrespectful, though.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, Creative.
No, go ahead, Chocolate. You was going to talk.
No, I'm just saying I've followed him since my, journeys on YouTube, and he is one of those people that feel it necessary to put down black folks while trying to look good to our persuasion brothers and sisters. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. I get frustrated. However, I know these personalities have existed forever. He's one of many that's going to try to disparage anything positive of blackness because he doesn't support that. That's not his thing. Officer Tatum.
I was gonna say, how do y'all feel about some of the black people that side with some of these white people when they start bringing this stuff up, or when they start? Anybody? Chanel's blinking like 5 times. Nightish, you up?
I don't look like I'm woke.
Yeah. Nice. This is the most behaved you've been. Is it because you just muted?
It could be the topic.
I'm muted most of the time, but I know I'll be getting baited because I remember one time I came up here and Chanel told me to go rest in my femininity.
That is why you lying. Because I ain't never said
I'm
that.
going to react to it tonight. When you see yourself,
Okay.
you'll go, oh, I remember.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. No, I think that what was your question, creative?
I was saying that some of the black people, like, they cape for people like Officer Tatum, and they agree with them. You know,
people like
some of those, like Candace Owens, like you.
she's the female version of him.
Yeah.
Or she may have come before him, so he's the male version of her.
Yeah, there you go. How do you guys feel about those people?
No, thank
you. You know how we feel about those people.
I can't stand them. And then they turn around and then they cry back to us later on when they get done wrong.
Oh, honey, when she tried to,
oh, wait. Oh, go ahead, Nightish.
Chanel is not muted herself, so it's echoing. I just think conservatives have a different mindset. So what you got? You got Brandon Tatum, you got Anthony Brown Logan, you got the Hodge twins. It's a bunch of them. They all on the same page too when it comes to their perspective of things. It's we're not a monolith. We have a bunch of different thought processes that people stick to, and they're not going to change. I'm not a conservative though, so I don't have to remember this stuff to regurgitate it, and I'm not a liberal either, so I don't have to remember the stuff they regurgitate. And you're right, both sides have some bad stuff about them. I think both sides are pretty extreme with the bad stuff about them too. The left is too left, and the right is too right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay. How's everybody's night? Mr. McKinnon, do you have something you wanted to say?
No. I mean, I mean, pretty much I've said everything I was saying in the chat, you know. So I mean, there's not really anything to add. I hopped up whenever y'all are talking about. I hopped up whenever y'all are talking about 9/11.
I definitely think that the left is not too left. I wholeheartedly disagree with that, and mostly because of the disparities that we have in this country for people who live in poverty, for people who are disenfranchised, all the disproportionality that happens in this country. You need people who are, I would say, probably more extreme in terms of trying to help those who are less than. Because a lot of times people will say, especially the people on the right, the conservatives, they'll be like, well, you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and all this kind of dumb shit. And it's like, I don't have no fucking boots or straps. What the fuck am I pulling myself up with? Like, it's just so stupid to me. And so it's like, people kill me with this whole, well, we don't want to help the people at the bottom. They should be able to help themselves.
This is like a rich and a poor man thing, because I can't stand this shit. Because even when I'm helping people with their Medicare and their finances, it be some of the richest people that don't want to pay for Medicare. They don't want to pay for shit. They feel like they should be able to get the free stuff just like the people that are poor. And I just be like, what is, you have all this money? Like, I'm confused here. That should be pissing me the fuck off. I be wanting to walk out.
And yet they're the same people who say people who get or apply for public assistance are entitled. These are the same people.
And I'm like, would you rather that money go to somebody overseas, or would you want that money to come here to help the people that are citizens?
They don't want to help anyone. They want all the advantages of everything. And I find it ironic that people, like, we'll just use Beyonce for example. Not saying anything's wrong with Beyonce, but we'll just use her for example. Beyonce is, her and Jay-Z are, what did she say, $1 billion on the elevator? And Beyonce, when she was like, when she come out, when she's like 15, 16, right, in Destiny's Child, and Popeye's Chicken gave her a lifetime thing where basically she can get free chicken for the rest of her life. Now, please explain to me why a millionaire and now a quote $1 billion on the elevator would ever need lifetime whatever at Popeyes. Now I get Popeyes is saying we want giving her this because we want her to come here, and obviously they're going to win if Beyonce shows up and gives them free promo. I hear you. I see you, chocolate. So I understand it, right? But it's irritating to me how it's like it goes to what you're saying, creative. So the wealthy are given free shit, and everybody thinks that's so cool, right? But if the poor people are given free shit, then something's wrong with it. Go ahead, chocolate.
Representative Chocolate, you have the floor.
I'm sorry.
You okay?
No, I'm high as hell. Sorry. But I'm just saying. You made me laugh. Okay, cut it out. Anyway. No, to both your points to what Nice just said. Sorry, I had cough drop. That's all that historically that's always been the case. We were lied to about the middle class. And when the middle class stopped covering everything, because a lot of like lower to upper class, middle class people, because that's how they break you down tax bracket, however. What is also interesting is that how much corporations take from social funding. Like Elon Musk is rich because he got funding from America. Not because Tesla was successful, not because anything he's done is successful, but contracts given to him by our country. So that's why I don't and to your point, I'm one of those people that's extreme in the sense of I care about the underserved. And there's not anybody on this planet that's going to tell me that helping another person be able to have some shoes, have some bootstraps is a bad thing. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have had humans before me to create things like shelters for people, housing, clothing stores for women trying to get back into the game. Like, yes, it frustrates me and it makes me angry because it's a complete gaslight and we see it, but then we are told to pretend like it's not there. But right now, everybody's feeling it. From the rich all the way to the poor. And the rich folks is still like, nah, we don't want to help nobody. I don't expect, and like for me as a Black person, and I know this happens a lot in our community, we tend to lean with celebrities. And the reason we do that is because what scientists, what engineers, what people have been put up on pedestals for us to deal and worship with? No, it's singers and dancers to keep you entertained while the government shoves you a bad one dry with no lotion. So, I mean, yes, creative, I agree. Yes, Chanel, I agree. Nightish, I agree. It's an extreme on both sides. However, the people in the middle are the ones suffering.
Yes.
So
I agree. I think there's a difference between someone. I don't have a problem with people who have conservative views because I think I would go far, but I do think that most people who are a part of the electoral process have conservative views. Most of us, conservative views are things like we believe in marriage. We believe that people should be able to go out there and, be prosper and profit, right? We believe that, you should be able to be educated and freedom of speech and, these types of things. You want the police there, the fire department there, all of these types of things to help us, right? We believe in free and fair elections. These are conservative ideals. But when you start saying things and putting people in boxes, and that's what we love to do in America, we love to categorize every fucking body. Because if we don't know where we can how we can categorize you, we don't know how we can then discriminate, in my opinion. If we can't categorize you, we can't really discriminate against you. There was this study done, and I think they talked about this on Surrounded, where basically they did this study, I think it was called like Night Watch or something like that. Well, basically, whenever the police stop black people, allegedly black people get more tickets than their white counterparts, right? And guess when they get those tickets? During the day, right? Because allegedly they could see that these people are black, right? Or once they walk over to them, now they know they're black. Let's give them a ticket, right? Because they must be doing something wrong, right? But at night, they have a more difficult time with who they're pulling over. So the number of tickets they give to black people decreased significantly. So it's like, we're gonna follow this study, or we're gonna follow what this Brandon Tatum thinks. Well, no, it's because black people are more criminal, and it's just like, you're
They've been saying that since the 80s.
Since the beginning of the time, since they could see us, we clearly are criminals, and we're dumb and smart and lazy. I mean, we're dumb and stupid and lazy, and we can't possibly have the wherewithal to be able to make good decisions. Or it's just it's nonsense. What people like to hear it, so people will keep making it. But what I would love to do a study on, because my therapist mind, my social work mind goes to what happened to you as a black person that you cannot be objective when it comes to black people. You tend to not hear white people coming on the soapbox talking about how horrible white people are. You just tend to not hear that. And I know that they know that the only serial killers that we really ever hear about are white. I'm just saying. Shout out to my vanilla people. But that's who we hear about when we hear about mass shootings in the schools. It is what it is. These are not generally people of color that do that type of shit. Get mad at the people at your school? Let's go shoot them all up. Hell, you don't even have to get mad at the people at the school. Who was mad? How was the guy? I mean, what did the 6-year-olds do at Sandy Hook? Where they unalive those 22 babies? They didn't do shit. It's just like, why is crime happening in the black community? Black people kill more people. No, it's just false. But I do wonder, I'm like, what happened to you? Because some people say they call it a grift, right? So it's like, well, this person they started on the internet this way, but then they ended up all the way over here in the extreme world. And it's like, well, what happened? And some people say, well, they realized they wasn't making any money when they were talking about nice things and good things on the internet. And when they started saying salacious shit, like what Brandon Tatum does, then you catch an audience. And now you got 3 million subscribers. And so why would I change that? I make $80,000 a month on YouTube. So why would I change that? So I do wonder in my mind, do you really think this way?
So there's sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
What you're saying is like there's a massive portion about that, and we and not that it's just because my job's marketing, so we see that even happen across multiple different things, like even like with businesses, right? They went in with one thing, audience that they started like engaging with response differently, so they pivot that direction. But when you have like our world where it's built on attention and like your social standing and everything and your following and everything is like a currency to relevancy, to being even our own internal views of what validated, right, feels like. If you start getting attention to that particular thing, you then start to self-identify with it. And that's not like that's a very one lens way to look at it. There's also other lenses to where things that happen in their background and things of that nature, that when this engagement starts to happen, kind of reinforces everything. So like it's like a snake eating its own tail kind of situation. But it was like that one thing I said in the chat. I'm like, the amount of money that racists will give to non-white people to say that they're not racist is insane, but they will pull that rug right out from underneath you the moment they don't need you anymore, so there's a very clear destination for Tatum. It's It's not happening today, but it'll happen.
Mm.
Did you have something to add, Chocolate? No. Okay. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree, and I think you gave a good breakdown of what I was trying to say. So, yeah.
Is that a high five? Is that a fist bump? What we do? What we do?
I was like,
Oh, right on, brother.
Right on,
Right
brother.
on, sis.
Right on, sis.
Creative, did you move my video to the back, or did you take it down?
I didn't take it down.
Where is it? I don't see it. I see yours. Oh, never mind. I see it now. Okay, never mind. Let me add it back to the stage. Oh, add to stage. Okay.
Being racist, you have to understand the ability to actually flip the power structure.
No, you gotta mute up.
Of race and
Thank you.
racism for your benefit.
I get that. But check this. Racism is the exercise of racial power. And in Tatum, we have someone who is actively working in service of white supremacy. A Black man helping white supremacy by spreading its lies, by helping white people not feel racist, by helping discredit Black Lives Matter and helping them dismiss George Floyd and helping them not take Nolan Wells seriously. By doing.
Can I just say, listen, there's this guy, Chris Cuomo. Hold on. There's this guy, Chris Cuomo. He used to be on CNN. Listen, I
I used to watch him all the time.
I love me
COVID
some-
Como.
Yeah, you gotta say C19, otherwise we might get what's it called. But hey, 22 boss. I love me some Chris Cuomo, and I'm like, Chris can get it. Listen, it's that saposexual in me. He turns me on. It's the intelligence in others. So but he was interviewing this Brandon Tatum guy, and I just lost all respect for him because the guy he brought up George Floyd, and he was like, Chris Cuomo was like, yeah, I don't understand why George Floyd had a monument, or basically they were having drawings and all this kind of stuff about him. Oh, Night just dropped. Where did Night just go? I guess he went to go get a drink or something. And I didn't understand, essentially why they would do that. They basically made him like a martyr or something. And I'm like, the man was murdered. I know I'm not supposed to say that word. He was unalived on camera by a police officer while other police officers watched, and other people. And you're saying, well, he had a criminal history, he had this, that, and the third, so we don't understand why he would be memorialized in the way that he was. Well, he was unalived by the people that are hired to protect us. You don't understand why he would have a memorial. Like it's crazy to me, because once you're unalived in such a hateful, malicious way, whatever you did as a human being goes out of the window. Otherwise, we may as well throw away the whole justice system, because there are plenty of people who are dangerous, horrible human beings that get unalived. Are we not going to investigate their unalivings because they were dope dealers before? Because they stabbed somebody before? Of course, no. We are gonna investigate it, because at the end of the day, now they were murdered. They were unalived, rather. So what are you talking about? It's just that I lost all respect. I was like, wow. So now this is who you really are. This is who you really are, Mr. Cuomo. I just that one right there, because I always and this is the other thing that also made me lose respect, because I was trying to hold on to the respect that I had, and then he was not really challenging Brandon Tatum. And I've seen Chris Cuomo, who is, in my opinion, extremely smart. He's a whole attorney. extremely smart, and he's had all kinds of really smart vetted journalists and other smart people on his show when he was on CNN, that he would walk circles around them in terms of questioning them and not letting them out of the bag. And I'm like, this Tatum guy's not even that smart, not even a little bit, really. He's made his career, in my opinion, off of exciting white people against black people, you know. And so okay, that's his thing, that's his judge, whatever. But I had a different level of respect for you, Cuomo. Why aren't you asking him questions to not let him out of this box? I know you're smart enough to do it. You're certainly capable. What are we doing? And like that really, I was just like, I'm done. I can't watch you no more. Let's see. 22 Boss says the blackmail and crime is forced on the people due to limited opportunities. Spick type things. I'm not sure what that means. Misty Blue said, yep, them colored folks. All right, let's go back.
All of that, you are being racist. He is an enthusiastic pawn of white supremacy, working in service of racism is the same thing as being racist.
White people will never accept you, no matter what you do.
Let's continue with this horrifying appearance. I had to watch it, so you do too. Friends, I vomited in my mouth when he said,
Are we on the same page of what happened in the Tulsa riots? There was a conflict between black and white people. There was a fight between the two. White people got the best of black people in Tulsa.
Then no, we are not on.
So that's what I was talking about earlier when, you know, they bombed Black Wall Street, or they call it Black Wall Street. And this idiot is on the internet, on Surrounded, talking about, no, actually minimizing. Actually, what happened is that black and white people were in a fight and the white people won. They got the best of the black people. No, this wasn't a fair fight. They wasn't even, the black people wasn't even fighting. Y'all came and tore down the town. What are you talking about? The black people was over there minding their business. It's the revisionist history for me. Like, what are you talking about, sir? Like, I can't. Anyway.
On the same page.
Well,
No.
let me finish and you tell me where I'm wrong. In that fight, there was a lot of black businesses destroyed in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They rebuilt, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years later, and they begin to continue to succeed. Is that not factual?
No.
America's real racial history must be taught.
Having to explain racism to a black man is absurd.
America's history is X-rated. It's messy. It's got atrocities. Tulsa is one of them. There were lots of white race riots all over this country where mobs of white people attacked and dismantled black communities.
That's facts.
Yeah,
This is why Brandon Tatum is so frustrating, is because he acts like, well, let's just discount all of, you see all these places on the map where all kinds of black massacres happen and, you know, things against black people. He's like, let's just act like those things didn't happen. And that was so long ago. These things don't matter. And that black people aren't still impacted by it. Because if none of those things happen, what would our world look like? What would black wealth look like? It wouldn't primarily be in the entertainment industry. Let's just keep it a buck. We would have something called compounded wealth. Right? But he would rather say, well, you know, black people are the problem because they running around unaliving each other in their own communities. Anyway, what were you gonna say, Chocolate?
No, not wait.
I was gonna push play.
I'll wait till you finish the tape. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tulsa ain't alone. There's also lots of examples of lynchings. The history of America is filled with incidents of domestic terrorism against black people for the purpose of reasserting the superiority of white people in the racial hierarchy.
White people came up into Tulsa, Oklahoma. It became a violent confrontation, and white people overran the black people in that confrontation.
It kind of feels like you're defending the race rioters.
The truth must be told.
What you're trying to say is that black people are doing their own thing, and a bunch of white people just came up and destroyed all their property just because.
That's what happened. Tatum's attempt to dismiss all of this as just a fight that sprawled out of control and the whites overran the blacks. That's a dismissal of the white vigilante justice that led to lots of black people being killed or attacked throughout the 20th century. True.
Chocolate, you have anything to say? Or anyone?
Oh, okay.
Did you have
Oh, I have plenty. Yeah, I got always. But I'll keep it short. First off, I love him. Always. I've been following him forever. Torre, the gentleman that you're playing his video now. And then secondly, watching Ossifer Tank for the last 4 years continue to spout. He's been saying the same, he's been doing the same dance. And then it got worse after Charlie got removed from the earth. This is a man that said, I wouldn't cry in front of my wife, even if one of my children passed. But this is the same man that was for almost an hour crying on a live over this man. They didn't even let him go to the funeral. They didn't invite him to shit. This is why this is why it's called a grift, because everybody he's caping for ain't reached out and said nothing. They're not even recognizing him. Who keeps people like Ossifer Tatum up and going? Are people on the ground who believe in this shit, that think that black folks are asking for too much, doing too much. They don't want us to get to a place of power because they're afraid we're going to do what they did to us. That's a lot of that. Guilt. That's what they call it. It is. And yes, it was. There is nothing in historical value that has said that black folks started a fight with persuasion people and got the place burnt down. That's not factual. And I know people don't want to deal. I understand it's horrible past. I wasn't there, thank goodness, but I am feeling the effects of what you've done. I'll leave it there.
And I feel like part of the agenda when that white man in the White House got elected the first time, the whole, Mexicans are all rapists and murder and, all of that whole thing. I think that was part of the agenda because the majority of the people in this country, the white people, are threatened by the Spanish people, the lighter browns in this country, that their population is rising. And that's a threat to them because it's like, okay, they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if we don't make this stance that these people are dangerous and we have to, stomp them out of this country, and they're taking all of the lower class jobs that you black people have and you other people have. If we don't get them out of here, they're going to take over. That's what I think it was about. I think it also is about creating division and things like that. But
it's funny because they would in the cases of like the in the case of like the businesses and everything. If you're not doing well at your job,
Janelle, you got to mute back.
If you're going to get replaced, then you should work harder. You should do better. But here's all these people coming. It's like, no, we can't let them in. If they're going to outwork you, then by your own logic, in every other instance, of your life where you use this argument, you kind of deserve to get replaced.
Oh, I was looking at when they had the black massacres. I didn't know that there was that recent one in 2015. That was crazy.
We've got
I,
12 cities left. They're all
yeah,
in Oklahoma. These
yeah,
towns are, yeah, they're in Oklahoma. That's all that's left. Madison Square Garden. They built over it. That used to be a neighborhood for black folk.
hmm
And they built that on top of it. They done found, especially in like parts of New York, they have found some like graves with a whole bunch of folks in it, don't know names, nothing.
yeah.
And that is all over the East Coast and in the South, especially in the South. That's why I moved away. No knock. I moved away because of the politics, not because of the people. The folks that live there, but I can't with the politics. That's crazy work.
Motivator of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre was white resentment toward a successful black town, one of the most successful in America. Black Wall Street's success and economic independence was a threat to the white community. In the riot, there were planes used to drop bombs on Black Wall Street. This wasn't a spontaneous fight that got out of control and the whites happened to have won. No, it was a coordinated massacre with air support.
On this date in 1921, white people attacked the Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and burned it to the ground. They destroyed 36 square blocks of black businesses, including doctors' offices, theaters, and homes. These black people lost everything, including at least 300 lives. The massacre on Black Wall Street was the worst attack in history on Americans, by Americans, on American soil.
The Tulsa Race Massacre was a 2-day white supremacist terrorist massacre. Mobs of white residents, some of whom had been appointed as deputies and armed.
Wow.
I get when people say.
Go ahead, chocolate.
I always try to preface it like this. I'm very militant. I'm Angela Davis, all like the Black Panthers, all of that. Again, I look at a community that has held tragedy and turned it into something beautiful. And we are a unique group of black people across this world. I'm sorry, no knock to anybody else, but Black Americans have a unique past in the sense that we don't know where we are in a country that makes us feel like they don't want us to have it. And now they've succeeded. They have beaten black men down. So they started with them, but then they didn't bet on black women coming up from the rear and taking over the whole spot. And that's why this is a country that is not ready for a woman, or especially a woman of color, to be president. Not here. Because that's still not dead. Their ancestors are still living. We got 7 generations living. So that means that your grandma, grandpa, your uncle, they might have been at one of these events. So don't tell me it's get over it. Because if we were supposed to get over it, then why make everything about race? Because that's what they do. And then project back onto black folks. And then you get people like Officer Tatum, the Hodge twins, Candace Owens. And they're not the most attractive people.
Facts.
They don't go get the cute black people. Who's fine in that group? Nobody. Candace Owens look like a foot in the face. She think because she done got her silk impressed that she looking better and some MAC makeup. Good for you, sis. But she can shove it. If I ever meet her in person, it's on site. I'm just letting everybody know. You gonna see me on TMZ.
I cannot wait
Because
Sorry,
because she has been one. Thank you, Mr. McKenna. She has been one that I have on purpose followed. Because yes, I hope I do meet her one day. Because she ain't going nowhere.
You want to punch her in the face, right? You want to be both?
Oh, honey, I'm gonna be giving her. I'm gonna be reading something. I'm gonna act like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, and I'm going to quote that whole made up scripture while I'm wailing on her ass.
No,
I'm
I'm gonna just let her have it because I'll be like, "What is wrong with you? Are you like?"
You can talk to her while I shake her. I will hold her still for you. Okay, and that way she gonna listen. We don't care. We're gonna shake that perm right out your head. Watch.
I cannot wait for Chocolate to become president on her campaign against ugly people. Every chance she has got something against ugly folk.
Because they usually mean and up to something. They sneaky.
You think?
Gotta watch them.
Oh my god, I can't.
I'm sorry, but I'm a serious politic head and a community advocate since I was about 14 years old. So this does more to me than frustrate me. I can't even lie about that. It gets so disgustingly exhausting because these people are just in different bodies. They're no different from the ones that was back in the day. They're doing the same thing. And this time I think they might just win. Especially if we do not get our children, our women, our elderly, our handicapped to safety. Because it ain't just, oh, they out here politically doing shit. They out here doing shit without us. Meaning, just that young girl, I don't know if y'all heard about her. They found her and she was lynched. Now, I don't know if I can say that.
Oh my gosh. This is recent?
Yeah, I heard about that. And it wasn't in Mississippi?
Yeah. Somewhere like that.
Yeah, I told me move to the South. What the?
I told my sister when we was living in North Carolina, honey, my people down there. But I told her the South is about to change. After he got into office 10 years ago to what is now, it is just allowed the can to be open. But that's the only credit I will give that weirdly haired man is that he pulled with his atrocities. He's pulled back the veil that Black folks knew was there, but now we see it in full, and we still stand, even though with all the dog whistles and all this in the middle of these last 10 years, because they've been waiting for us to riot, baby. They waiting. That's what they want. They thought DEI was going to do it, then Black people didn't do nothing. They thought we're going to do something else with some Black folks. Okay, we didn't move. And that's what's happening. Black folks are getting despondent because it's like, why? What do you want to, what can we do? Because if we try to retaliate in any way, you're going to come back with a whole army. Because this fool is one that will use the army against us. And I mean army like just, the military, I should say. I'm sorry. But anyway, let me get off my soapbox because I'm going to tell you something. Pete Hegseth, Stephen Miller, all of them, throw the whole group away. Throw them away. Stephen Miller think he want to go back in time. Send him there. Send him there and back in time with who he think he want to be with. Take you and your wife with her twisted face and take your kids and all of y'all go. Stephen Miller is Napoleon. He's a Napoleon type character. Because he the one pulling the strings. Donald Trump is crazy than a rat. This man, I think he got syphilis. I'm going to just give it 1,000.
Nah, he moved like a
his brain is
gangster.
being eaten. His brain is being eaten.
He be moving like a gangster. You would swear he was in a gang or something.
Girl, he's always wanted to be in a gang, but he can't, so he paid for his. He's not a cool guy. He's paid for all of his friends, and we know it. That's why all his friends are criminals. Have you noticed? He's besties with criminals, not good people. I would take George Bush right now. Right now. In 90s. No, I'll take his daddy. That's how bad.
They want to go to war. Those people.
He is doing that.
He's doing that now,
yeah, so because we wouldn't start fighting. So he went outside of it. And I give it to Netanyahu, Mr. Bibi, because he got his ass right involved. Now our troops are there and he don't know how to get out. I ain't playing out here. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, you know what, Mr. McKinnon, I already told my sister and them. I was like, yeah, I'm going to run for local office probably in the next year or so.
I will market your campaign. I will let me handle the marketing for free. For free.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's what's up. Thanks.
We just have to we have to get somebody. Chocolate needs she needs cards to read because bless her heart.
Oh girl. Yeah.
Chocolate is going to get off topic and go on a tangent.
I would actually disagree with that. People are like hungry for.
No. I'm not saying that she wouldn't do a good job. I'm just saying I know Chocolate from the internet, and she's going to go on a tangent. She's very succinct with certain things. So she's very succinct with this whole politics, and she's very succinct when she's ready to shut the hell up. One of these idiots that are saying stupid shit.
Yeah.
About black women or black people. Like she listens with a very keen ear, so.
Well, apparently going on tangents gets you elected president, so.
But we
trying to make it sharp.
No. We can't put Chocolate in the same category with that man in the White House. He's crazy.
Yes.
I would like to respectfully disagree with Chocolate about one thing when she said the people are ugly. I definitely don't think that Tatum guy is ugly. He's very handsome to me, but he's a raccoon. So
when he opens his mouth, it makes him unattractive.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So I can't. He dries it up every time. Because I think he's handsome.
He just I don't like that head.
Bro, right.
And he ain't got no neck.
I disagree. I'm not saying you don't think he's really
handsome. I'm just messing with you.
But yeah, I used to want to run for office, and then my husband, he what's the right word? Brought me back to reality of like I'm just too much of a what's the right word? In politics, you have to have it's a give and take world. And I wouldn't be willing to put aside my integrity for a bill. I have to do what's right, even though it might not. I have to do what's right. Period.
You could run for like public.
But that's it.
Not like you don't got to do something big.
No, I'm not talking about something big. I wanted to be a senator. I wanted to change the system from the inside out.
Yeah, that's big. Being a senator is big. That's big.
Yeah.
Big.
And I definitely
put in your state.
No,
and then if you want to be a governor,
I definitely just think that for me, I wouldn't be able to do the whole. Oh, okay. You give me what I want. Let's just say something like healthcare reform, right? You have it to where people can have free healthcare, and they're like, "Oh, Chanel, we'll give you this," right? And I champion that bill. But then the way to get it is something like we're gonna
increase your taxes.
No, because that wouldn't be the deal breaker. It would be something like everybody who you can't get you would have to put all the dreamers out of the country. So the population of people where their family came here illegally, but they were born
Oh
here.
yeah.
Oh yeah. And you have to put all of those people out of the country. And this is the only country they know. Like that would be the compromise that I wouldn't be able to compromise. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's things like that. I just wouldn't be able to compromise like that. And then when he made that abundantly clear, I was like, you know what, you're right. So there are other ways that you can, change the world and change your community and things like that. And so I just chose to be like, all right, well, yeah, you're right. I'm not, that wouldn't, I would be at home crying. I would be internally conflicted all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't have that ability to do things like that. And I know myself. That's why I was saying to them last night, I could never be in the military, just like I could never be a police officer or anything like that. I don't have that type of courage to say, I'm going to, unalive somebody for the greater good. I can't do it. So therefore, you have people in place that can. I just can't. And I understand that about myself. I have self-awareness. Mm-hmm. But shout out to people like Chocolate, like, nah, I'm gonna step on her neck.
But I ain't lying. You're not wrong in that. Why I feel so passionate and strongly about it is because I was the little girl from the hood that was told that all you could dream about is hood shit. You're not allowed to want more, especially in the 90s, honey. It was about keeping your kids safe. Don't get in a gang and don't get pregnant. Like that was it. Like that was everybody's rules. Like and don't let nobody in the house. Like, okay, do your homework. You like, I'm here alone for hours, but okay. So our
and I'm 9, but I'm home alone. Me and my siblings.
Yes. I was.
And then I remember my mom told us, she was like, and I don't give a shit if I knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and you see me, do not open the door. Everybody
that is funny.
Everybody has a key. So if I can't get in the house with the key, don't let me in.
We was walking home alone. We would go to our friend's house alone, catch the bus, walking blocks, the whole 9. So that's why they'll say, because I'm Gen X too. I'm in the middle. I'm a Zennial. That's what they say. But the truth is that I got to see a lot of things probably I shouldn't have seen because I had so much time on my hands. But I'm glad I saw them. I'm glad I interacted. Shit, I started making money babysitting at 11. I was babysitting my sister. I was 7 years old, and she was just born. I never forget it. My mother told me that I was yelling out the window, telling people I was tired. I didn't want to keep watching this baby no more.
You're dying. Because I think, but listen, I was the baby, so I never was the babysitter. So there's that.
That's my brother. The closest he got to a little brother is Roscoe. Like a somebody young is Roscoe. Roscoe get on his nerves, boy. I be cracking.
Okay, listen, y'all. I want to get y'all's opinion about something. So my husband made Creative and I a new song for our intro. And from that song, I derived a new name for our channel, which is 2 Queens, 1 Mic. So I want to play the song for you guys. And
I apologize.
McKinnon, go to bed. So
I'm a little iffy about that title too.
Okay, but listen to the song, and it's not a title. It's the name of our new channel. Listen to the song, and then you guys can tell us what you think. Go ahead, creator.
Yeah. Real talk. Real reviews. 2 queens, 1 mic. Here we go.
Houston in my blood, Galleria where I shop. Saks and Nordstrom bags, my closet never stop. Chanel on my wrist, Louis on my feet, Gucci on my mind. Keep the whip clean and sleek. High class, high style. I don't do basic. Pop culture, hot takes. Watch me break it, watch me face it. Current events, current fits. Stay ahead of the game. Chanel's reality, baby. Remember my name. Country girl at heart, garden growing roots, run deep. Natural earthy vibes, keep the energy on repeat. Sweetheart with a smile, but I speak my mind. Life of every party, leave the good vibes behind. My own kind of fashion, I don't follow no trend. Show reviews, hot topics, ride with me to the end. Creative solutions, yeah, I keep it real and true. Two different worlds, one mic, we bring it home to you.
Chanel's reality.
Creative solutions,
Real talk, real style.
no confusion.
New episode dropping.
Hit subscribe
Let's get it.
every single time.
Yeah. Real talk, real reviews. Let's go.
What do you think?
I like the song. It's a bop. I just like y'all's regular name. I'm biased. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I think I like Two Queens, One Mic because it's succinctly saying that we're two different people, but we are in a partnership on YouTube. And I just think it's easier, more easily marketable. I can just visually see how many things we can do with it, like down the line. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about it, creator?
I mean, I think Two Queens, One Mic, it's okay. I could see how you could, I like it, but then I feel like it's not, it's always talking about podcasts. Like we just talking on the podcast. I don't know.
How is it talking about where?
Because it's like it's Two Queens, One Mic.
It's two people, two women who are coming together to talk about similar things, hot topics, pop culture, whatever it is. That's what we're doing. It's saying we're collabing. So I don't understand.
No, I don't mind it. I like it. I like it.
I like
creative reality.
Let me tell y'all what that sounds like. So looking for creative. Engagement ring, and she's and the guy's like, well, what do you think? Do you like it? And she's just like, I don't mind it. What?
I'm mad.
Or a better one is you just finished having sex, right? With your guy. And he's like, how did I do? And she's like, well, mind it. You know what I mean? No, Ninja. You either like it or you don't. Like, we ain't doing this. Well, it's okay. Y'all not about to discourage me. I like it, and it ain't changing over here. And I think it's more marketable than create your reality. Because what does create your reality even mean?
It's to create your own reality. That's
I know what it means.
The writer of your own story.
I understand that. I'm saying I understand that part. I'm saying, how does that relate to us? It doesn't. It's just
it does because Chanel.
It's not name.
All it did is merge the name. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. It does. Creative reality. Creative solutions.
But
it makes sense. Still market.
If you're a person on the outside looking in that doesn't know anything about us, and you just type in create your reality, you would have no idea what that means. But if you type in Two Queens, One Mic, you get a visual of what that might mean.
I just want to let you know. I'm sorry. I want to let you know. Wait. Okay. There is a podcast called Two Queens and a Mic. But it's not ladies. I just want you to know.
I think we should leave it the way it is. Chanel was good.
That was my thing. I was like, why did you ask? Because like you clearly just want to keep it. Like it's just keep it.
No, I'm asking because I'm asking for feedback. It doesn't mean I have to agree with y'all. But,
Okay.
but I'm asking.
Oh no, I don't never believe that.
believe that.
You don't ever believe what?
I don't believe in that you have to agree or you have to disagree. This is your vision. I'm not in your brain. I can't see what you see. I am a person from the outside. Yes, I know y'all, but not like we ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't at your house. I don't know you like that. I'm just saying, I know your personalities out here, and I think that you both have made a name for yourself with the names you have. That's all.
Yeah. What you'll realize, or y'all will realize about me and creative, is we're very two strong minded people. I believe we're both fixed signs. I could be wrong about that.
That's a
Because
Taurus.
Taurus, yeah, fixed
And
all
you're
day
a
long. Yeah, and I'm fixed all day long, but I'm way more flexible. But that doesn't mean you're going to change my mind. Meaning I'm flexible in theory. So if creative wants to do something that I don't agree with, I'll push back, but I'll still be like, all right, well, let's just try it. You know what I mean? Whereas creative is, if I say no, I don't think that's a good idea, creative is just going to tell me 14,000 times. And yes, we should do it this way. But if I say something, she's not going to agree. Creative is not going to agree with some shit she doesn't agree with. That's why her best way to say I don't agree, but I'm trying to be flexible is saying, you know, it's I don't mind it.
Why not?
Why
Okay,
not?
so how
Okay,
about
so how
this?
about this?
Mute it up real quick,
Mute it up real quick,
missionary.
missionary.
Oh, sorry.
Now I understand you want to market it. And you think that the that name will market better. Oh, so long. Got you. I think that y'all should do the campaigns of this now. Grow your channel before you change your name. Because people might not be able to find you after that.
Well,
And you're already
And you're
in the
already in the
algorithm.
algorithm.
We're creating a new channel. And so that channel hasn't
What's
populated yet. Meaning the new channel is called Create Your Reality. But before we get 500 people, we're trying to, I feel like we need to make sure that whatever it is makes sense for a bigger picture. I'm looking at it from a macro level, not a micro level. Because right now, I'm not saying you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Me Too movement. I'm looking at it from a macro.
What the hell? You see that? Do y'all see that? Okay.
The shade of it all. The shade of it all. Because you know why? I don't mind it.
Okay, Chanel.
Anyway, no, I'm looking at it from a macro level because it's like standing back. You have this one piece of the puzzle, but there's all these other pieces that are there. They're just not colored in yet. And so before we start coloring them all in and people know who we are, and then later you have to shift and say, oh, well, this is more marketable and this is more this. I would like to upfront try to figure that portion out. And I just feel like we're in that stage where we're growing and we're trying to understand the knowing of what we really want. And we're not there yet. So I'm okay with being like, okay, let's share this with the people and see what they say. But I feel like what Chocolate is saying, and probably all three of y'all are kind of getting at, it's sort of like, if all you know is what Toni Braxton looks like, right? And she's this beautiful songstress and all of that, right? And then 10 years down the line, you see her sisters and they look like her, but they're not her. And it's kind of like, well, we don't really want to adjust our life to what they look like. We don't want them. We know they talented, whatever. It sounds like that's what you guys are saying. It's like, well, this is already working. So why are you trying to veer off? And I'm saying before we get to the other part that we're trying to grow, let's make sure it makes sense first.
All right, look at it. Like create your reality, right? You could do like we could do a lot of stuff with that. You could do lessons, you can do courses with create your reality. You can do a whole lot of things. You could even do a travel group with create your reality. It's I feel like it's more marketable and there's like there's no box to put it in. But I feel like what you said, two mics, two two queens, one mic. I feel like that's a
Yeah, there's
pigeon.
2 queens and a mic. I
Yeah,
just want y'all to know
it pigeons
because
us
just
in
like you
the
said,
box.
right? Because you're saying just like you said, if you type in create your reality, no, of course not. It's not gonna show up yet because you haven't. Once y'all start throwing out things and like y'all can have merch with your faces on. Like there's so many cute, cool things that you guys could do because you are so different in certain ways and then similar in a lot of ways. You could play up to that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Chanel. I just don't like the name because it make me think of 2 girls in 1 cup. Like I can't get it out my head. And I'm gonna tell you, I think I'm okay smart. You feel me? Like I got some good grades. But to be honest, I'm gonna be like a lot of people. Cause we nasty and we gonna think that. I'm just saying, okay? I like y'all's name. But if you changed it, I'd support you because I support y'all. But my whole opinion about that, yeah, it's sus. It's sus. That's all I'm saying.
Is anybody talking? Because I can't hear anybody. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, nobody was talking.
Oh, okay.
We was
Creative,
waiting
you
on
muted.
you.
Oh no, I'm here. Chanel, you gotta fix your mic. Yeah, I like the whole create your reality thing. I think there's so many things you can do with that.
The reason that creative likes create your reality, y'all want me to tell y'all why?
It's
Because
just
they're like
it sound
create your
good. I don't care. It roll off.
Hold on, no. We were in
It
the
does
back,
roll, right? It works.
we were in the back chat for literally 3 hours of creative pounding into my head. And I'm telling her, no, let's just keep brainstorming. Let's keep brainstorming. We need to come up with something that makes sense for other. No, this is creative. No, I think no, Chanel. No, Chanel. Don't you think that create your reality works? And then 5 minutes later, Chanel, I think you should go with create your reality. And it's just like, so I just gave up. I just was like, you know what? Whatever. Just whatever.
We'll wear your ass. Because we are the most stubborn people in the world. I think we're more stubborn than any other group in the signs, like for real. Geminis, them is some other hard head ass folk. Leos, my daddy was a Leo. Leo men is scary. The women is okay. Like my cousin, yourself, I could do it. But the men, child, throw them away. Throw them away. Throw them away. Throw them away.
Why did I just choke on my juice?
Huh?
I just choked on my juice.
Chocolate in her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you.
She knows.
Well,
Let's ask McKinnon Marketing. What do you think?
I plead the fucking fifth.
Oh yeah.
No,
His
that's
name is
right.
Bennett, and he's not in it. Okay, his name is Bennett, and he's not in it.
Right on, Dr. Salty. Right on, Dr.
What's up, young Riaz? What's up,
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up?
What do y'all think about this? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. 2 mics, 1 reality.
No, I think we should leave it as create your reality.
You can't even think past anything because it has to be create your reality. You're not
done. Set in stone. It's
You might as well let it go.
Oh my
You might want to get down this hill, homie.
She hasn't even mute up. She hasn't even listened to it. Doesn't even matter. This is what I'm dealing with. It doesn't even matter. I could walk in and say, here's somebody. We interviewed 5,000 people and they said two queens, one reality, and creative, and here's $158,000 to change the title. And creative would still be like, no. Create your reality is better. Keep your $150,000. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, we are like, yes.
And it's like, wait, but did you even listen to it? Did you marinate on? And here's why I'm saying that, creative. Not because I think you're wrong, but I disagree, but I don't necessarily think you're wrong. It's because you haven't really listened at who I am as a person. I know that I think I'm right about every fucking thing. I think my idea is the best. It's always going to be that way. It's who I am. But I'm smart enough to think that I've had enough experience in my life to know that even when I thought I was right about some shit, and I think somebody giving me some more information or something I might not necessarily think is the greatest, I need to give myself time to let it sink in first. I need to sleep on it. I need to give it a few days before I just like, no.
Chanel, I have to listen to my intuition and my gut. And my gut says, create your reality, is it? Listen, wait, Chanel. Wait. A lot of times I went against my gut and I paid for it. It was one time that I think I'm gonna just say Spirit or something told me that Bitcoin, this is before when Bitcoin dropped down to like $2,000 and it was during the pandemic. And something told me that Bitcoin is gonna hit 100 grand. And I was telling everybody about it. And I was like, yo, Bitcoin about to go all the way up. I was telling everybody. But then I let people get into my head and I sold my Bitcoin. You know what happened a year later? It went up to 100 grand and it's still up there now. So that's why I be like, I listen to my intuition and I listen to my gut and that's what it tells me. So
I think that's a great story for your single life.
Do you hear this? I'm talking about spiritual. she shut it down. Okay.
I think that's a great story for your life, right? However, it's not just your life, right? There's two people in this situation, not one. So, although your intuition is telling you, I think this, I think that, and I'm not saying your intuition is wrong. I think you should go with everything you feel like you want to do when it's just you. But when you're in a partnership of some kind, you have to consider the other person and what they think.
He did. She considered it.
Hold on, pause. No, she didn't. Now, how do I know that? Because even though I didn't agree to create your reality, even though I didn't agree, guess what she did? She went and created a whole YouTube channel called Create Your Reality. She made a logo. She did all of these things. So this whole idea that, oh, well, she listened. No, she didn't. Chocolate, why are you looking all over the place? Other Taurus sister. Okay? She didn't consider it whatsoever. She did exactly what she wanted to do. And Chanel was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to roll with it. But if I just say, oh, well, what about this? No, I don't like that title.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna let y'all have it. Y'all got it.
But Chanel, I'm here for the greater good of everything. I even suggested some things to help assist you, and it works, didn't it? And you was like, you was right. And you told me that.
Torian people usually are right. Like out a lot of times, usually out of not like few was out to say like we about 8 out of 10. Feel me? Cause like when I don't, and I feel you, creative. When I went against my gut, kick me in the ass. Change is everything. I get it. However, you know what people like the most? Consistency.
Yeah,
Consistency.
I like consistency.
Change is like I understand that in our business of content creation. It goes pretty fast, you know. People jump on shit, they jump off stuff. It depends. They trying to keep up. But when you just consistently do your own thing, yeah, no chasing the wrong kind of attention. They don't want them men showing this.
Oh, you don't want that. And I understood what McKinnon was saying. Because a few years back, that term was popular and it was going around social media a whole lot. And people was like, "Did you see the video about that?"
But if
And I
y'all
was just
y'all
like,
gotta maybe do it in look, cause just look it up. 2 queens, 1 mic, 2 queens, a mic, and a mic. That's just a little bit of change. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I'm just telling you what my opinion would be if I heard that on the radio. Like, I mean, if I saw you go live. Cause my thing is this: how is 2 queens, 1 mic? This is just my general thought on it. How does that represent you guys? I feel like you making yourself generic. You get what I'm like? I don't know, and maybe I'm using the wrong word, but it's kind of like a catch-all.
it
You
is
know,
generic.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is generic.
And I know we process pretty fast. I know I do. It don't take me that long to make a decision. Usually, I have to wait till I tell someone, because if I give them my decision immediately, people get mad and they be like, "You ain't even think about it." But my neurons did think about it just really quickly and said no. They said, "Hell no."
McKinnon, are you still Bennett and you're not in it?
He said, "I don't know nothing." He said, "I don't know name." He listen to Trina right now. He said, "I don't know name."
I don't know. I every time I come up here, I cause problems. I don't want to cause any more
Sir,
problems.
listen. I cause problems too everywhere I go, bruh. So don't feel bad. They come for me too, like they come for the white man. I'm trying to tell you, I've been cussed out all over these streets because I'm a girl. They won't shut up.
But no, that was a video that was passed around. Like I remember that when it was talking about the
Two
whole
girls and 2 girls in 1 cup. Yeah, that shit was nasty. I was like, why you want to do this?
Yeah, I remember that. My friend used to be like, "You ain't hear that?" Like that was going all around.
They talking about social media, my ass. Motherfuckers been crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. we just now get to see it in abundance. But people would always do it great. Do you remember the lady that got in trouble for licking? She got C-19 from licking toilet seats.
Oh my god.
Yes, girl. A TikTok challenge. Public. She was on a plane. I wouldn't, if I was a man and I saw her or I knew her or she was, I'd be like, your mouth is trash for life. Like you can never, we broke up. You can, no, I don't even want to breathe your airplane toilet breath.
Did she just want to go viral or something?
There was a lot of people that did that stupid shit. It's just weird. But this is why I wish we would not play with this. We not a monolith. Humans are a monolith. We just spread it out amongst us. We break off in our little hives, but we all doing the same shit. We got a group of crazy folks over here on Black Street. We got a group of crazy people in White Town. Both of them crazy.
You're right.
And then we trying, and then the people in the middle, because I feel like that now. Like I feel like the zombies, not white people. I'm sorry, Mr. McKinnon. I want to make sure I preface that. But how life has been going.
You don't want to offend.
Yeah, it does feel like the zombies are trying to take over. That's why I call this Bizarro Land. Something happened in 2012 to 2019. Something shifted. I don't care. And it started with, y'all want to know? Tekashi 6ix9ine.
That crazy guy who used to do pranks.
You want to know why though?
before?
Yes, you want to know why? Because he started making snitching cool. Because it was like everything after that, everybody was telling. 2020 was the year of I'm telling on you. Was it not? Revelations all over the place. Now people tell everything. They showing you everything. We seeing shit that we don't want to see. They
The red table talk.
all of that stuff.
That
Oh God, I wanted her to sit down, but not at that table. Hey, BN, not at that damn table.
We found out that her daughter was cutting herself. We found out a whole bunch of stuff.
People
She
started
didn't even
telling
know
their
either.
business. Why you think everybody tell their business online? Uh-oh, she got the aviator police glasses. She not having it.
Okay, we see you.
She wearing shade because she feeling shaded.
God,
My bad.
she about
My
to show
bad.
you this whole
She
bunch
might
of
shade
stuff.
us. Shit, I don't know.
Go ahead, Chanel.
Are we gonna get back to our regularly scheduled program?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Armed by city government officials, attacked black residents and destroyed homes and businesses. The event is considered one of the worst incidents of racial violence in American history. Approximately 10,000 black residents were left homeless. Property damage
Are we frozen? Oh, it's just so quiet.
Community. In the riot, there were
I don't know if anybody can hear me, but I'm going to say this. Oh, no, she's gone. 221 boss. Yeah, the streets been telling. Now we telling on the internet.
Yeah, I think the internet. She had internet connection.
The streets, the internet is the new streets. Because people Facebook and meetups and beat ups. Come on now. My grandmother used to say internet. Welcome back.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I think you lost
you lost
connection.
Oh, okay. All right, let me try again. Hold on, let's see. Oh no, that's the wrong one. It's weird.
What happened?
What happened? For some reason, I don't know. It says my internet connection is strong, but it won't play it. Do you have anything on your end that you could play? About Nolan Wells?
Can you send put the link in the back?
It's our it's on my hold on, let's see.
I feel like I'm echoing.
Okay, it's in the back.
Okay.
Creative, what are those cats doing?
Doing their thing.
They fighting each other?
No.
Mm.
Hold on.
Hold on.
We want to set the stage. Can you see
Can you
it?
see it?
Yeah.
Chanel, we
Chanel,
gotta
we
fix
gotta
it.
fix it.
Am I echoing? Okay, now I'm not. Chanel, we gotta fix your echo.
Shalom, my fine friends. Shalom.
Yeah, salam.
It has an H, creative. Shalom. Not
Shalom.
shalom. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm sharing this page, right? Okay. Okay. I don't know what timestamp we stopped at. Was it here?
Yeah. I believe you stopped there.
The real Blaxican says, how can we do movie night?
We have to find a movie with no like we could go to the Creative Commons and see what movies have like their copyright has expired, and we could show those movies.
There's also another solution to where, I mean, I say a solution. You just watch the movie. You don't actually show it, and the only thing that the audience hears is your commentary. But then the whole thing is the audience watches the movie at the same time. It's not as exciting as being able to show the film. So, like what Chocolate said, you have to find a Creative Commons one for that. But otherwise, you just kind of watch it together.
Or we could do it behind the scenes, and where it's not
You could do
streaming.
it like if you could do it through Zoom. Like you might have to make private. Like those be memberships or get people to put a little in on that so you could like run it that way, and then everybody could watch the movie, you could talk, you could do whatever.
Or
That's
Discord.
another option. Yeah, I was gonna say Discord. Do it
Yeah.
do it in the Discord.
We got to create a Discord.
Create a Discord for creating your reality. You're creating yours right now.
That is true. All right, so I'm gonna continue to play. Is Chanel there? Okay.
Did you push play? Creative.
Yes.
Yes,
Did you push play?
I did.
I did.
I can't hear anything. Can y'all hear anything?
No.
No?
No, we can't hear and it's not moving.
Can you guys
Can you
see
guys
it?
see it?
We can see it, but it hasn't moved anything.
How about
How about
now?
now?
Nope. Like I see it playing in the background, but I don't see it playing on the screen. Let me.
Okay.
Okay,
I need
I
to
need
add
to add
that
that
to
to the.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
you
it.
got it.
I just added it. Try to play it, but I think that's the one I had up there.
You have
You
to
have
play
to play
if you
if
add
you
it.
add it.
Okay, let me remove it. Okay, now you add yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
Can
guys
you
see
guys
it?
see it?
Yes.
All right.
All right, we'll go.
No, you don't need to go back. We had started watching him.
Okay.
Okay. On this date, 1821, white people attacked the Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and burned it to the ground. They destroyed 36 square blocks of black businesses, including doctors' offices, theaters, and homes. These black people lost everything, including at least 300 lives. The massacre on Black Wall Street was the worst attack in history on Americans, by Americans, on American soil.
The Tulsa Race Massacre was a two-day white supremacist terrorist massacre. Mobs of white residents, some of whom had been appointed as deputies and armed by city government officials, attacked black residents and destroyed homes and businesses. The event is considered one of the worst incidents of racial violence in American history. Approximately 10,000 black residents were left homeless. Property damage exceeded $1.5 million in real estate and $750,000 in personal property, equivalent to $40.61 million in 2025.
I remember my mother putting us, my sisters, and my brother under the bed. I remember the people coming in, white people coming into our house with torches, setting the curtains on fire and setting our house on fire.
There was more black wealth in Tulsa than any other place in America. Chicago, Detroit, New York. What's happening in Oklahoma? First, there's an attempt to make an all-black state with indigenous people. That's why Oklahoma had more municipalities, had more cities that were all black. Langston, Muskogee, and so forth. And Tulsa was the center of the financial and commercial activity. So when they attacked Black Wall Street, the white businessmen were being out-competed by the black businessmen, and they just burnt down all of our section of town.
But Tatum is here to
How is Oklahoma now? Anybody knows?
I don't want to lie on it. But I don't think it's in the best space anymore. Like, I don't think Oklahoma is up there. Let me look real quick. Let's see what they're doing right now.
I like to always look and see.
Yeah, they're down the rabbit hole. I'm all for it.
Y'all like rabbit holes?
No, because I like to see the black. I gotta mute. I like to see the black population to see has it increased, has it decreased, like what happened? Because I seen back in the day the black population was larger. In some states it was 50% or 60%. Nowadays it's not. Mm-mm.
I mean, they making money now. They
y'all rabbit hole. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just real quick. If it wasn't for inflation, so you got about $46 million GDP out of the state. That's Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like what they have, their domestic gross. It's up to 53 million now, but that's because of inflation.
Mm-hmm.
But normally it'd be like 46 million. I can't remember if it's a poor state though. Cause that's still, I mean, like California in comparison, it can be its own country.
Yeah, California can because it's big.
Well, not just because it's big, but because 4%. Well, not 4. I can't remember them. Don't hold me to it. But a lot of business comes through there and comes out of California. And California is taking, with their federal money, they're taking care of other states who are poor.
Mm.
That's how they do that. Like New York takes care of Kentucky.
Mm.
You can find many states like that. New York federal taxes is crazy word. I know you know. I know you know.
Of course.
So,
yes, it was.
But I did, while we was talking, I did go and find what the common creative, what movies are available. So it's like you've got documentaries, you got old movies. Some of the movies was like 2009, 2010. It just depends on
That's not
what.
too bad. That's not too old.
You got to just, find the ones you want to watch, and because we're gonna be talking anyway, so you know what I mean. Everybody ain't gonna sit quiet like
Sometimes
we
I
just
like.
do.
Sometimes I don't like watching these because I get triggered. I'm gonna be honest.
I got you. I'm what you said.
I get super triggered. But let's continue. I think we're almost.
Write history and say, hey, it wasn't that bad. They got right back up on their feet. No, they did not.
Having to explain racism to a black man is absurd.
Tatum is like spreading white supremacist propaganda. Tulsa was just a fight. Coming out of the mouth of a black man, it's so much more powerful.
White people will never accept you.
There's many reasons someone becomes a race traitor. I mean, a black person who goes into media to say things that racist whites would say, to put a black face on white supremacy, thus giving aid and comfort to racist whites and telling lies that are damaging to the black community. For example, when we were fighting on behalf of George Floyd, a story that was about police violence. It was about Derek Chauvin's horrific homicidal actions. But Candace Owens said, hey, he was a drug addict, so that's white supremacist propaganda.
Yeah. Don't y'all hate
She
that?
did a
They know that.
documentary. She did a documentary on him. It was horrifying.
She is bad. It is. It doesn't matter what the person did in their life. We're talking about somebody who's above the law, who actually not above the law, but who's acting on behalf of the law, and who takes the law in their own hands and they take advantage of somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's what
And
we're
I hate
talking
to
about. That act by itself.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Chocolate.
In all honesty, it's no different than when we first got to see it in real time. When Rodney King was being moved around on that highway. That was traumatic for for the whole country, and especially for black folks. Because again, you take into consideration that you don't want to be afraid of another human being because you think they might be up to something. That should never be the case. However, the discernment should be your own, not what we've been propagandized to believe. And I say that propaganda's on everybody's side. That's why you have right now like such extremes going on and being in the mainstream, because extreme is where everybody's at. Let's push it to the limit. And now we see what that does.
I think part of the bigger problem is we have a problem with truth in this country. And we're moving further and further and further away from things that are actual truths and where people get their quote unquote facts from. And that just because you have a microphone and a background with a flag on it, you're no longer seen as a commentator. You're seen as a journalist, where journalists have sources and they fact check. I mean, real journalists and all those types of things. But what's interesting to me is if we had, I'd be willing to bet my life if we had a focus group and we asked a group of people, and it wouldn't matter what group it is, what comes to mind? What do they think will happen if they call 911 and they ask for the fire department? Are they ever going to be afraid of the firemen showing up to their home? Do they have any reason to believe that those firemen are there to do anything other than put out the fire? And then I would be willing to believe that 100% of those people that we asked that question to would all agree and say, we think the firemen are here to put out the fire and save the lives of the people that might be in the house. But if we change that to, we call 911 and we ask for the police, are we going to have that same ideal? Is that the same thing that's going to populate in your head, that the police are here to protect and serve? We're not, right? And especially Black people. Why? Because we have a dark history if we call the police, we can't, as we have a collective unconsciousness, we can't believe blindly that if we call the police because something has happened and it's a black person, that they show up and they realize it's black people, that they're gonna just come there and do the right thing. Whereas we have a united belief that if we call the fire department, they're there to help. You know what I mean? That to me is the problem. So when we talk to people about why we can't move past it, why, oh well, slavery ended however long ago, but we still have the remnants of it. Like if you go watch that show Surrounded, that one of the people asked Brandon Tatum, does he know where the history of police started? It's not from a good place. It started with the capturing of slaves. That's where the police force came from. And he didn't even know that, and he was a police officer. But he's sitting on his platform like he has some sort of authority. Go ahead, creative.
What I wanted to say, okay. What I wanted to say is when the police come by your door, sometimes I'll be thinking that the police are there to help. But no, the police are there to investigate, number one. And they're in there to if they could lock somebody up, they will. And I feel like it doesn't matter who it is. But especially for a black person, they're gonna want to paint a narrative. Some of them already have a narrative in their head and they just need to put it down on paper and they looking for more details to put in there. So any information that you say will be used against you in the court of law. And anything that they find, they just gonna write it down. And I feel like to me, when the police comes, they want to lock somebody up, they want to report something because they're doing it for their evaluations. Believe it or not, the police forces just ran just like the military. They got evaluations. They gotta have their PRT. They gotta be physically fit. They gotta do their fitness test. They gotta write their evaluations that's due like what every 6 or whatever months. Every quarter they gotta write something. It's the same thing. So every time they go to somebody's door, they thinking about what can I put on my evaluation. How many people did I pull over? How many people did I lock up or this, that, and the third? So sometimes you gotta take that into consideration, even though they already know that if they do lock somebody up and they not using their right protocol, they can get sued. And then basically it's coming, the police department gonna have to pay that money and front the bill. Or the state might. So I just want people to know that too. When you call the police and they come to your door, just think about all of those things before you hit 911. just throwing that out there. Go ahead.
I just think that this idea that we are crazy and the gaslighting that goes on when black people talk about race in this country and how uncomfortable it might make people to have that conversation. That's why I use the fire department as an example, because they're here to do the same thing. They're here to serve the people. They're public servants, right? But why do we have such a completely different ideal that populates in our head when we think about how the firemen are going to help us and when we think about what the police are going to do? And I'm not putting it solely on the police department because I think that their bias comes from their training to a certain degree, right? So if you've been trained to think that, or you've been given statistics, if you go into this type of neighborhood, this is what you're going to expect. If you go into this type of neighborhood, this is what you're going to expect. Because I can promise you, the police officers that are policing the best parts of whatever city they're in, and a lot of cities, like there's cities within cities in Houston, right? We have people that live in a place called River Oaks, which is a very wealthy part of Houston, but it's not a real city. But they have their own police department. Why? Because those police are not the same as HPD, which is Houston Police Department. They're not the same. Okay. The training that you're getting, the type of police officers that are going to come and be hired in Houston are completely different police officers that are going to be hired in Beverly Hills, that are going to be hired in a certain part of New York, because the way you handle certain groups of people, they're not having that shit. So the people, I'm sure, in Mississippi, that the police department that are handling this case is in Ocean Springs, I think it's called, is not the same type of police officers that are in the rough parts of wherever the Mississippians live. They're not. They're not. Those people are probably college educated. They're probably like their training is probably different. How they're going to approach the people when they call for 911 help is completely different. You know, it's no different than us having a bias when we go into a poorer part of the neighborhood or the city. What car you might drive to that part of the city is probably going to change. If you're going to lock your door when you get out your car, it's probably going to change. You get what I'm saying? What type of clothing you might wear when you go to that certain cousin's house, probably going to change. So that's what I'm saying. It's not just because they're in the police force. They're human beings. And by default, you're going to be biased based on however you grew up, the environment you grew up in, the parents you had, the schools you went to, so on and so forth. So I don't blame them wholeheartedly for everything. But we can't act as though, if you think about it, how we respond to the different types of people that are supposed to be here to help and support us, protect and serve, is completely different because of the outcomes that happen when we interact with those people. That's it. You're muted, creative.
I was saying chocolate, Mr. McKinnon. You guys have a take?
I'm so sorry. I'm building email flows. I apologize.
He's not listening. That was his way of saying I'm not listening. What the hell y'all talking about? Mr. Steve Morestack says hi. Panel in chat. Hey, creative. You know this person? Creative, you're muted.
Probably a new person. But go ahead, Mr. McKinnon. I think he was gonna say something.
I know who he is.
Okay, Chocolate knows. Chocolate, did you want to chime in?
You know, nah, I'm away. I wait. Okay. Something else I want to put with it before I say it.
Okay, but I also want to agree with Chanel that the cops are doing their job and they try to do it to the best of their ability. But I do think that some of them have certain biases, like that they grew up with, that their parents probably instilled in them, and some of them they can't sway away from that. They're not gonna tell nobody, but it's gonna come in through their work. You'll hear it. You'll be like, "Where did that come from out of nowhere?" But go ahead, Chocolate.
That's what it was. I don't have. I understand. Police are necessary. Unfortunately, they're necessary. My issue with the police at this time across the country is their recruiting tactics. Who they're recruiting and why they're recruiting them. I just leave it right there. Because that's the beginning of who your police is gonna be.
But somebody got to answer the call. I'll say this. Somebody got to answer because there's certain parts because I live in San Diego, but across from that there's a town that's not too far from me that a lot of truck drivers go to, and it's El Centro, and a lot of the police in El Centro, believe it or not, are not U.S. citizens. They are people that crossed the border. They gave them those jobs to become police officers, and after some times they'll give them a citizenship. So it's almost like the military a little bit. The military offers that also, so they probably have a green card. So yeah, sometimes apply, people. Make sure you're physically fit. You got to have a good record though, but yeah.
That's so funny that you keep saying physically fit. And we see these cops. Don't be looking like that. Shows that a lot of them got dad bods and father figures. You know what I'm saying? Like
I be doing the same thing we did, like the Navy was most overweight. There are some cops that got like pot bellies. You be like, "Ooh, you been in here for like over."
There's more than just some.
Yeah, cause see, when you start looking at like I love the body cam videos. Like I'm addicted. So I watch those all the time. Man, it be folks looking misshapen. You be like, wait a minute. You the police? Come on, man. They should be giving you no gun. Looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah.
I have to put a stop to this. I have to put a stop to this. Y'all need to all meet up, okay? The way y'all police shaming fat people, I can't. I have to put a stop to this.
No, I'm shaming fat police.
Mute.
I'll shed a tear for him.
Mute. Oh my God. Oh, I can't. Y'all are, you know what? Oh, y'all are like, if you're not fit, oh my God, I can't. That was mute.
Creative said it.
Now you throwing creative under the bus? I can't.
Creative started
it. It's her fault.
I can't take it. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Because one thing I have learned about Chocolate is she is gonna tell you if you're ugly, okay? And her phrase for ugly is a foot.
Foot face. But you know what I used to say?
I can't. Oh my
making
God.
your face is making gorilla cookies. You know how your face look like it could be a cookie cut. Go ahead, Mr. McKen.
I wish Creative was here because then she could back me up on this. The people who dropped out the most, right, when we were in basic were, of course, the guys who just never did anything physical whatsoever. And then the ones who were cops that thought they were going to go into the military. Like, they could not keep up. They dropped out every single time. And they walked in there like, oh, I made it through the police academy. And I'm sitting there like 18 years old, you know, having done fucking farm work and football and boxing and all this other shit. And I'm out doing every single fucking thing that these guys could do. It's just, it's not the same. It's not the same. The police force, like when you were talking about the other night, and that one lady was talking about how like the Navy has the most overweight troops. And it turned out that was totally fucking true. I was giving her shit at first, but no, she was completely fucking right. It's like 20% more. The police force makes the Navy look fit as hell.
So I would like to ask the question, because I think there's irony going on here, that we're talking about this country and how they like to discriminate. It sounds like you guys agree with discrimination. That's what it sounds like. As long as it's fat people, y'all discriminate. Okay. I just want to make
I'll tell you this. Mute up. I discriminate against everyone. I don't care. You can have one leg. You can have two. You can have two eyes, one eye. You could be dark. You could be light. You could be old. You could be young. You could be a baby. I will roast a kid. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm an even kid. I talk shit to my dog. Like, come on. No, man. I get discriminated against.
So her
all the time.
So Chocolate's explanation or reasoning behind being able to discriminate is that everybody can be discriminated against.
Everybody does discriminate because we all have biases.
No. You just said that basically you discriminate against anyone, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to wait. Why should I point you out?
The irony of Chocolate is that she discriminates against everyone, but she will tell you in a hot minute. I put in my time. I dated ugly men. I dated tall men. I dated fat men. So essentially, she doesn't discriminate against men.
Or
but she doesn't discriminate against people she dates. But in every other category.
Mute up.
Because I'm about to tell you I discriminated against them niggas too. Let me give you a story. Excuse me, Mr. McKim. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to make you uncomfortable using the N-word. Yeah, feel me? So look, here's what was crazy. I'm just playing. But for real, this is when I knew our relationship, my ex and our relationship was going to end. Like, I knew it. I knew it. Because let me tell you what happened. We went out. We went downtown and to watch the game. We went to see the Suns. Now, this man is like 6'4", okay? Big dude. Tell me why he had to go get some money from the ATM. But then when he came back, he was hurt. Like he couldn't breathe good. He was like, man, my lungs hurt. Something, my chest, my ribs, something. Come to find out, his big ass done jumped over a concrete berm and it didn't work. He did not make it. And he messed up his ribs. Like I was taking care of him that night. So days passed. He feeling better. He told me, he told me what happened, whatever. We were sitting there watching. I was watching him play GTA. And I don't know if you've ever watched Chanel, if you've ever seen clips of what GTA is all about. But sometimes people crash or fall or get hurt and it be real crazy and their bodies be all crumpled up. So he was playing and I was watching. I'm sitting there doing something else on the computer. The dude he played, the character, he crashed into a berm and got messed up. And I was like, babe, look, he crashed up just like you. He didn't like that joke. He told me I could tell other people but never tell him again. So baby, I am 100, okay? Everybody can give it. I don't care. Equal opportunity employer.
If the police didn't want to get made fun of, they shouldn't been doing all the shit they've been doing. Like I don't fucking care.
Honey, you don't want to stop nothing. You don't want to do nothing. You want to make it the people's fault. And now you want us to have empathy for y'all? Yo, that's irony.
You fat.
I remember
You fat.
going, you're big. Your shoes are spread out. Look
Why
like
is it when
got
you get in your
cats on
cruiser, it
butt.
starts leaning?
Right. Why does it pop back up when you get out? No free donuts, buddy. I'm just playing. And you know what's crazy, Mr. McKinnon? I come from pastors and police. My uncles are police officers in the South. That's why I tell you, I don't care.
You sound like those white people that be like, I have black friends.
I do
My
have black
boyfriend was
friends.
black. My boyfriend was black. So I can say the N-word. I'm like,
I can. If that's how you want to say it, then yeah, I can I? It's not me. No, I'm correct. On the ground. Like, it's nothing less.
You know what? I think I'm gonna change our name, our title to the Misfits because we are misfits. I'm not, but y'all are. Y'all are the Misfits. Mr. McKinnon.
I don't care. I like it.
Chocolate. Let me see. Who else is a misfit? Simon. Let's see.
Never mind. I don't want to be in the same group.
Mr. Clue. He's a misfit. Did you guys have y'all 3-minute conversation?
Say cool.
I said, did y'all have y'all 3-minute conversation?
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to see how this is going to work out. Hey, Mr. Gasman.
I might ruin the spoiler alert coming up.
Why Gasman says first one to fix their echo gets $5 cash app.
There's only one person got to fix that echo.
You shady. Y'all the only people that hear echo, so it ain't me.
It's you. You have the echo, Chanel. When
Did you
we
ask your
see,
husband to fix that mic?
yeah.
Y'all have everybody, what is it called? Mic up or mute up. Because you listen, y'all all have gremlins in y'all's sound system. Because y'all were all hearing echoes of each other and whatever else. The moment I left StreamYard and came back in, then suddenly I had an echo. So it's y'all. So now y'all's gremlins have transferred to my computer systems and audio systems, and now I have an echo. And I rebuke this in the name of Jesus. Whatever y'all say, fight your mama.
This sounds like those conspiracy theories, you know.
Yeah,
I,
Chanel, you
I
got the
don't. I don't
echo.
think she had the echo before I got here. Come on, try again, ma'am. Cause you had to mute up so I could talk. Cause the minute I opened my mouth, it was like that. Yeah. She let me down.
Somehow,
Yeah,
when me and creative are the only two people, there's no echo. It's
Okay,
when
well,
everybody
good night then.
it's when everybody joins that we get an echo. That's all.
I can go. I ain't gotta hear her echo.
Creative. Now
Put
that
me
you're
out
back,
then.
now that you're back, creative. I just wanted to touch because I needed you for support earlier and you weren't here. When you were in basic, right? It was the cops and the people who had never done anything physical who dropped out of basic, right? They couldn't make it.
Yeah, and the older
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Fat. Fucking fat.
This guy gets it. I get discriminated against as well, so I know what it feels like to discriminate. So I know exactly what I'm doing.
I remember when I was in basic and I was going through basic, we seen grown men get turned away and go home because they couldn't follow simple directions, like stamping their underwear. I was like, I didn't know you can get sent home for that. And
That's
no
wild.
no offense, McKinnon. There was a lot of people from a whole bunch of towns all over the U.S. A lot of white people from different, like Montana, like different small towns. And when they came to basic, they were weird. And and I used to be like,
Did you just say Montana? Did you just say Montana?
yeah.
Hold
She
on,
said
boo.
Wait,
Montana.
it's Montana.
Hold on,
Montana.
baby.
It's
Nah,
Montana.
I like Montana. I'm gonna start calling it that from now on.
She was in the Navy trying to protect Montana. She was
Yes, she was in there trying to protect Montana.
But
Golly.
now it's a whole bunch of them that was weird. It was just like, I don't know.
They hadn't seen black people creative, that's all. It's still
That
some
too,
white
there's some of
people
them who haven't
in
seen
this
black
country,
people.
right, that have never seen us close up.
No,
Can I
that was
give
a
you
very
an
real thing.
example? Yeah. Can I give you an example? When I first moved to faraway land, I had a dude walk up to me and he was like, man, it's so, wow, I've never met a colored person. I was like, what? What'd you say, sir? You had never met who?
Oh
What's
God.
outside? I was like, colored. I've been called colored. Yikes. I didn't even know and they was young too. Like 19, 20 years old. Wait a minute, it's 2026. Well, that was 2025. But what? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. My boss thought I was a Republican until I voted for Obama.
Mm,
I was
damn.
like, why do you think that about me? He was like, you seem like you would be. Stop it.
Did you show them my new intro?
Ooh, I want to see.
Chanel, you gonna play it? Chanel not listening to us, yeah.
No, she's tired of us always fucking having comments and shit.
This is our new
Yeah.
intro,
She said
yeah.
we got gremlins. We got gremlins in our headsets.
This is our new intro.
Credit solutions. Let's take them through the garden, the streets of where I'm from. Let's bring them through Chanel reality. Let's swing all the way to Texas, riding Lexus, where the girls are all baddies. Shout out to Creative Solution, the chocolate baddie. She got her own house and her own car, doing things like a real boss lady. Wait, let drip do it. Who you at the Galleria? With Chanel is shopping, so she dropped shopping spree in Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Shopping spree for her Chanel, it's her. She the one. Now let's start the show. Let's bring the host, Chanel and Creative. Welcome to the show. Please camera and be respectful and support the show. Let drip do it.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Nice.
it.
I like it. So you can't change your name yet.
Yo, Chanel is dead. Chanel, you gonna be bad?
She already said we had gremlins. She putting spells and hexes on us right now.
Just
It's
put the
messed up.
headphones on the mic and this whole echo problem will go away. You watch, I promise.
I don't know why. Do you have, is there anything you plug in that say my and then aux or something? What about your husband? Did you have him fix it? Chanel, you know you need to have your husband. You said he set it up. Okay, yeah. Just saying. My opinion. Mr. McKinnon, quick, you making me laugh. I'm not trying to be funny.
It's just that she's so silent. She's so quiet.
Hey, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look who in here.
Who?
Take a look at the chat, ladies.
Oh, what's up? He saw us play it. That's what it was.
It woke him up. He heard it. He was like, somebody playing one of my intro strips
Let's
to it.
play one of Drip songs also. This is what Drip did too for us. He did this song.
Drop the beat, somebody.
Okay. What y'all think? Y'all like that? I love it. I love how he remixed it. What you think, Mr. McKinnon?
I think he's got a different style than mine for like AI generations, but he's extremely good with editing. That's not even a dig against Drip. Like because I do a lot of AI video like creation for like companies and everything. We're going for absolute realism. You know, it's supposed to look like it replaces a camera, but his whole thing is like it's a stylized thing. So his is really solid.
That's what's up. What you think about his beat? He remixed the I'm Not Unusual.
Loved it.
He loved it. Okay. He said he just woke up. I was on the live and I was like, don't get mad at me, but I really like that song. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. And I was like, can you remix that song so I could play it on my channel? And he did it. I was just playing, but he was like, you know what? I could do it. I mean, let me try to do it. And he did it. And I was just like, wow. Genius at work. Okay, I see you. Let Drip do it. There you go. Yeah. Chanel, are you alive over there? Oh, what's up, Keon? Keon is in the chat. What it is? What's up? Well, I was gonna ask Mr. McKinnon. I don't know if you're busy, Mr. McKinnon, but we would like for you to stay back behind the show because we would like to speak to you.
Okay. Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble.
Okay.
You could be resourceful to us. That's it.
Okay. Well, I gotta go. I gotta go.
You gotta go. I don't mean by money or anything, but I mean resourceful in other ways. But yeah. Chanel, you good over there? So you want to keep reviewing the video? Chanel,
if you want to, it's up to you.
Are you mad?
Why would I be mad?
I don't know. You don't say.
No, I'm not mad. I'm happy.
Okay.
Do I look mad or something?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So this is what we're going to do, folks. Everybody, I need everybody to go over to Chanel's Realities channel because I'm going to end my live on Creative Solutions. I would like everybody to head over to Chanel's Reality. I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and then I'll be ending the live on my channel. But hold on, if I end the live on my channel, then no, I can end it on my channel, and I could still do it on Create Your Reality.
We're gonna need about 15 minutes before we start the new.
What do you mean?
Because you said we have to stay behind. So I'm saying my live isn't gonna start immediately.
No, we can just do this one.
We say that again.
We stay on this.
Right, but we have to end the live so that everybody is not privy to what we're saying if they're staying behind.
Oh, you want to start off?
You just told everybody to meet us at Chanel's Reality, right?
No, I'm in Creative Solutions.
I know, so I'm saying
it's gonna keep forward. Create Your Reality and I'm just ending it.
So you're giving them the link, and then
to go to your channel.
I'm talking about the backstage link, Creative.
Oh. That's on you. What you want to do?
I'm saying we're gonna end this live.
You want to end the live?
And then we're gonna go over to my channel and we're gonna start a new
one. Okay. So we're gonna end the live.
Is that
everybody live on Chanel?
Is that not what you were saying to do? Am I confused?
No. What I was saying. Can you mute her?
Oh, sorry.
What I was saying, since I'm still live and I started the live on Creative Solutions and Create Your Reality, I could just end it on Creative Solutions and keep the live going. And that way you don't have to start a whole new live. And people can click on you're live because you're still live.
Okay, I think I know what you're saying now, but I didn't know they could do that.
I think so.
I didn't know that they could do that, but okay.
Because it wouldn't be in. All right.
Let's just go to mine and the new live, so that way to see. I want to test out the audio too to see, because I don't understand how, if it's just me and you
It's
You
you.
start it up. No, I'm saying mute right now, so there's no echo. But whenever it's just you and me before everything starts, like earlier, there was no echo. And then when people started joining the live, it became an echo. So I don't understand that. That's weird. But anyway, you want to go ahead and end the live with our new what is it called? Intro.
Okay, you guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you for.
can you
Can you
mute
mute
us?
us?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you for tuning in today. And very shortly, give us about in the next 15 minutes, we will be starting a new live on Chanel's reality. So if you're still up and you can't sleep and you want to party and hang out with us and you already up and you're up for the shenanigans and for the after party, please head over to Chanel's reality. We will be ending this live shortly. Any last words from anybody? We're about to see y'all in a little bit anyway, so go ahead.
Words.
Police are fat.
Oh my God. Chocolate said yes. I can't with y'all. All right.
Credit solutions. Let's take them through the garden, the streets of where I'm from. Let's bring them through Chanel reality. Let's swing all the way to Texas, riding Lexus, where the girls are all baddies. Shout out to Creative Solution, the chocolate baddie. She got her own house and her own car, doing things like a real boss lady. Wait, let drip do it. Who you at the Galleria, with Chanel is shopping, till she drop shopping spree in Gucci, in Louis Vuitton. Shopping spree for her Chanel, it's her. She the one. Now let's start the show. Let's bring the host up, Chanel and Creative. Welcome to the show.